right. I think buttons have been pushed. Help. What's happening, network? I'm thrilled to announce another high impact session of Tech Talk Thursdays for March 19th, 2026. I'm honored to be joined this week and every week. Wait, something's missing here. It totally glossed over my introduction. Of course, I'm one of your hosts, Marcus Major Linux Summers. I am honored to be joined this week and every week by the incomparable industry leader, Kevy Kev. It's your boy Kev, bringing his unique insights to the table.
Good,
We're also privileged to welcome the Sunflower Sovereign in the East Coast powerhouse, Sinziak, to the conversation.
From the fields of justice.
In rounding out our expert panel, now with DLSS fully optimized, we have the West Coast visionary, Merge Conflict, joining the stream.
Hey, what's up? From the streets of injustice. Merge.
What's good, everybody? How you doing? How you living? How are you feeling? It is March 19th. Jeez. It's almost end of the month.
Yeah.
But yes, so many things to talk about this week. Let's see. I'm gonna do a quick little run through. The DOGE videos are being Streisand affected. You love to see it.
Love to see it.
The FBI has decided to buy your data as opposed to getting a warrant.
We don't love to see that.
Arc Raiders decided, I don't know, AI may not be the best solution for their problems.
We're not surprised to see it.
And Jensen thinks you're holding it wrong.
We don't think we see it that way.
All that and so much more on this week's episode of Tech Talk Thursday, starting with Google Fiber is being sold to a private equity firm and will merge with a cable company.
Oh, wow. We think that, this is a great idea. Oh, I love this for us.
I don't want to go back to AT&T. I really don't. But at least with AT&T, I was able to buy static IP addresses. This is coming from Ars Technica. Google owner Alphabet announced Wednesday that it will keep only a minority stake in the fiber ISP that launched with grand ambitions in 2012, but scaled back its expansion plans in 2016. Alphabet and Astound owner Stonepeak announced an agreement to combine Google G Fiber with Astound Broadband, creating a leading independent fiber provider, with the merged company to be majority owned by Stonepeak, an investment firm specializing in infrastructure and real assets. What the hell are real assets?
I'm assuming the opposite of fake ones.
Or the
non-crypto assets.
Or the owner of Real Player. I don't know.
Oh, wow. That's a throwback. I see.
Can I still download Real Player?
I would.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, but actually, I don't know, dog.
You can have Bonsai Bear running across your screen.
Because, like, here's the thing. You can go to Soft Tonic and go and grab that if you really want to have it.
Ooh.
Look, I'll
Y'all
contain
remember
it.
y'all remember those people?
I'll contain it in a VM. It'll be fine.
I love.
Apparently, you can also go to real.com. That's they bought it. They bought that domain. If you go to real.com, it will take you to a download for Real Player.
I feel like you putting like Real Player in like a VM is the tech equivalent of why is it in a cage? Because it growled at me.
Wow, you could just actually just download videos to your phone using Real Player?
I just have so many questions about this. I feel like I have questions about this, but hasn't this been Google's practice since like the early 2000s of being like, well, we built this big old thing. Someone come and buy this.
Mm-hmm. It's either buy it or
Google's
close
thing
it
is,
down.
no, we did this thing and then we shut it down. Like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised they even sold it, but
So how
why
long?
do they even have to sell the name?
Here's the question. What's the over under on Pixel?
The phone?
Because they were selling little internet and infrastructure, and then went, nah, we don't want this. So considering that they have a whole line of phones, I wonder when they're just going to be like, dear equity firm or firm of some kind, please just go and build these phones. We don't want to do this anymore. Thanks.
Wait a second. Real Network is still putting out Real Player. Like, it's not owned by anybody else.
Wow. Not me making a joke and then actually being like, feel like, no, seriously, we're making this. Seriously, we make.
Yep, that's still the thing.
We're still at it. Plug it away.
Real Network is still a fucking thing. What the hell? How did y'all survive?
We're about to go, but don't ask that question. You know better than to ask that question at this moment in time.
No, I know why now.
Okay.
Secure Accurate Facial Recognition is a machine learning facial recognition platform. The Safer platform was updated in 2020 with COVID-19 response features, including the ability to detect whether a person is wearing a mask and identify people wearing masks with 98.85% accuracy. On April 27, 2021, Safer received a grant from the U.S. Air Force to develop its AI-powered analytics for rescue missions, perimeter protection, and domestic search operations.
So who is this? This is the people that run Real Player now?
Yes, Safer.
Woo,
From Real Networks.
You'll not have
You
to
don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about me.
Like, Real Network is buying well, no, this was in 2006. It was taken private by the founder and CEO Rob Glazer.
Or just Glaze to his friends.
Just Glaze?
Just Glaze?
I love how we found this out because of the words real asset
Yep.
in an article. We figured out that Real Player is owned by people stealing your face.
You're not new to this show. It takes like literally nothing.
This is first tangent of the night. First of many.
The first story of the night, first tangent.
You just seeing it from the inside out.
Takes nothing at all.
Nothing. Sometimes we don't even keep it to tech.
I'm honest.
Wow. All right. So yeah, RIP Google Fiber. I mean, at least it didn't get killed off. So I mean, I guess that's something to celebrate, but you know,
I always assumed that fiber was usually just playing with the ISPs as like a way to get the ISPs to like get up their ass and like actually deliver fiber internet on people. Like basically saying like, guys, okay, so what we're gonna do.
And it
We're gonna
worked.
offer fire for the neighbor. Which it worked.
Until
works.
it didn't.
until it didn't. And then they were like, "Oh wait, we really got to run these lines." Oh well,
I remember when you were just like, we got Google Fiber at this house because we're trying to have like the best possible internet, and like we're tired of dealing with Spectrum's whole ass, and now we're here. I hate it. I hate it for all of us.
yep.
So I guess
Ruin-
I will
my,
find.
my roommate in college was constantly destroying his PC with LimeWire.
Oh, LimeWire, not BearShare?
No, it was LimeWire then BearShare, but the results were the same.
I had both.
I did not get around to BearShare. Like LimeWire worked for me, and
Yeah.
and then I discovered BitTorrent, and I'm like, okay, you know what? This is what the big boys use.
You know, same. Because that's what I did. I think that was the whole like file share, like P2P to like file sharing is always like it all goes to BitTorrent. It's like, yep. It's like we can do big files with less time. So less. Ooh, okay.
I mean, I feel like
For a moment.
WinFX was similar to that, but
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw news on the ground from our correspondent. LimeWire is a cryptocurrency.
I mean, there's also a
That was-
/s for sarcasm.
That was sarcasm there.
Like the thing is, I unfortunately I can't put it past anybody
I mean, real talk. I'm
can't-
surprised it's not an NFT as well.
because I'm pretty sure that there's like an NFT.
NFT.
I know that someone had to do like an NFT set that was probably made of some like psychedelic dream of what fruit would look like from like 3 rooms away.
You got that lime coin? You get that lime coin?
Limecoin. We're totally not gonna rug pull, guys. Guys, we're not gonna rug pull. No rug
I
pulls.
know Ruin says it's an AI powered platform now.
And was being in no way sarcastic about that. So we're here.
Yep.
Love that for us.
I remember when like uTorrent used to be the hot shit, and then it was like then it went the way that it went, and then I was like, damn, what am I gonna do? And then it was like Qubit, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? And then it's like literally anything else, and I was like, oh, well, okay.
Transmit?
Yeah.
Get that open source, baby?
Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I'm a Qubit now. I think what is it called? I gotta look at it now. It's Qubit. Yeah, Qubit.
I have a web client for it's Transit, right? Like that's the Linux package.
I believe so. Child, don't give me the line. I'm about to dabble with Linux for the first time this weekend, and we're gonna see how that goes.
I installed Zorin on my Mac, and it was a bad time. And I was like, okay, fine. I guess I'll throw it at this beast of a Windows PC. And it's like, okay, cool. And then I saw like, oh, this is just a skin of Ubuntu. Okay, all right. Damn it. All right, I'm out. Like it was not.
But
It
yeah,
was nothing to learn. It was like, all right, I've seen this before. I've seen this dog and pony show before.
Be like, I've played this game before.
How many times are we gonna have to go through this, old man? All I can say here is rip to people who have Google Fiber. I'm
up.
sure you were all very astounded by the news.
Very astounded.
I would be
So
like,
astounded.
I mean, I wouldn't be really surprised, but talk if you got Google anything. If you got Google anything, and you like Google hands anything off to anybody, I would be like, at a certain point, you should be like, this thing can go, this rug can get yanked any time of day when you have any kind of Google product.
I am surprised that Google Fi is still up
Yeah.
and still owned by Google.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they've been around longer.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Google
That's not run by
Fi
the same
isn't in
people?
B&O. What were we saying, Merch?
Sorry, it's not run by the same people.
No, Google
it's
Fi
the
is
same-
still Google Fi is still Google
It's a
Fi.
separate entity? Okay.
Yeah. No.
Um,
It's just
like I have a Google Fi number. I have to pause the service every 3 months because like eventually I'm going to use it, just not today.
Yeah, it's one of those things
That pixeling charged. Also, I think the phone it's attached to is still running Graphene OS, and it was giving me issues trying to activate it. So yeah, I'll let that just sit over there and not do anything.
Okay.
Moving on to more Google news. Speaking of the Pixel, Android has a new advanced flow for sideloading apps without verification. It includes a 1-day waiting period. They literally built in a, you sure about that?
You sure about that?
This is coming from 9 to 5 Google. Later this year, Google is introducing new Android developer verification for power users. Android will offer an advanced flow to disable the verification requirement. This advanced flow is for power users and enthusiasts who want to take educated risk to install software from unverified developers. Google says it was designed carefully to prevent those in the midst of a scam attempt from being coerced by high-pressure tactics to install malicious software. The advanced flow process starts by enabling developer mode. Go to your settings app, about phone, find the build number, tap the same shit you normally do to get the side loading bits. You then have to confirm that you aren't being coached, guided, instructed by a bad actor to turn off the security measures. This is followed by a device restart and re-authentication that cuts off any remote access or active phone calls a scammer might be using to watch what you're doing. It's just a box. Hey, buddy. A required security wait takes 1 day to confirm that this is really you who's making this change with our biometric authentication, fingerprint or face unlock or device PIN. This is a one-time wait. Afterwards, you can install apps from unverified developers indefinitely, while there's also a 7-day turn on temporarily option. Those are some hoops. Android owners, are you willing to jump through those hoops just to get that one app side loaded?
Unless we're talking about like emulating things on my phone, I'm like, I don't think I want to go there. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Like, I mean, the only thing that I really had to side load was like TikTok, and it was like, okay, cool, been there, done that, and I was like, don't think I want to do this anymore. Don't think I want to do this anymore. But I do like the way that we have the option of side loading. I don't know if but I feel like if I've made the choice that I'm willing to side load the thing, I've known and accepted any risks that I need to get particular apps on my phone. And I'm like, this is only to just share the people, like basically to scare out the folk that are like, you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm not an Android user, but I don't see this as a problem. Like now that you've actually read it out, like it's only 1 day and you can sideload as much as you want to after that. I think what they're probably responding to is just the hacks. And in this case, like I said, it's going through just making sure you're not being. And I know plenty of people who are like, oh no, I gotta get these gift cards through the crypto wallet app thing that you want me to install. And having to go through that. And this basically stops all of that. So you know, as long as these screens are being explained to the people going through it. And again, like if you're a technical user, yeah, it's a pain. So I don't know. It'd be nice to have like a global thing on your account, so you don't have to do this for every single new phone that you get. It's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. But if it's only a one-time thing, do it when you get your phone, put your apps on there, and you're good to go. I don't see a problem with it.
I wonder if this would allow.
I can't sideload at all on the iPhone, so maybe I'm jealous. I don't know.
I wonder if this would allow you to unlock it, install that third-party app. Like, let's say if it was a company device and they have a specific app that they aren't going to load onto Google Play Store. And this allows you to install that app, and then they force you to lock it back for security reasons.
But can't they install, like if it's a company, can't they do like a mobile device management profile and install whatever they want to?
Oh yeah, I guess that would be kind of an approved way to install it.
Yeah,
I don't work in that. I don't work on that part of enterprise IT, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, other than just being just a pain for the first day, I'm sorry, I don't see this as a net negative.
It's yeah. I mean, yeah. Outside of that pain, yeah, I don't see this either. Would you like to see if Apple? I mean, would you like to see Apple doing something like this to maybe get it was the IPX file or IPA files installed from like unverified developers?
I have a hard enough time trusting apps from the App Store, so I don't particularly care. Again, I would much rather them be serious about supporting third-party app stores than supporting something like this for sideloading. Like, so if I could find another trusted third-party app store, I would do that over sideloading if I could.
Yeah. Okay. Sinner, would you sideload an app if they gave you the ability to do so on your iPhone?
Sideload an app. Now, what would I be sideloading anything for? Let's start there.
I don't know. Just any an app that you would want to sideload. I don't know.
I don't know. It's giving a no. Probably not.
Yeah, I can't really think of any apps that I would want to sideload. I know there are a lot of folks who are big OPSEC proponents who would rather have their apps installed from open. Like they won't. Was that no? Actually, it's not OPSEC people. It's not the OPSEC people. It's the Richard Stallmans of the world. It's like, no, everything's got to be like fucking free and Libre. Like it's like if it's not on F-Droid, I don't want it.
They're not in this conversation to begin with, then.
Right.
They're not using Google or Android.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that big of an outside of the day thing. I don't see this as that being that big of an issue. It's like, oh no, I just have to wait, or I don't know, when you first get the phone, do it then. Like it's like they're telling you what you have to do when you buy the new phone or when you update. Because I'm not sure if this is coming to existing phones or this is coming only to newer devices. But at least when, like, if you get the update, if it's coming to old phones, or if you get a new Google device, that's just the first thing you do. Just turn this on, wait a day, and then call it a day. You ain't gotta do it again after that.
Yeah, I could see like if you had to do this for like per app, or periodically you had to go through and re-authenticate or re-enable sideloading, but as a one-time thing.
Yeah. So yeah, not bad. All right, Google. I see you. What's going on, Post? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? The DOGE boys, with absolutely no media training whatsoever, no charisma, no juice,
no sauce,
none.
Sauce
not
in
one
Seattle,
season.
I like to call it.
Maidenless,
Mm-hmm.
if you will.
Oh yeah, very maidenless behavior.
Yes, no Riz, but you know, I chose the full word there. Especially homie who looks like he would shoot up a government building.
You mean, okay, so right. Is it that they look like that, or is it that they look like Mark Zuckerberg on trial?
No, they look like they about to shoot up somebody. No, Mark Zuckerberg on trial. Mark Zuckerberg in Congress. That's giving robot.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker, especially this picture on the right, he looked like Joe from You.
Damn.
He looked like he about to lock me up in a fucking prison and I can't get out.
I believe the word that the kids are using these days is yikes. So yikes.
But yeah, I've watched, I'm not sure if y'all have gotten a chance to watch any of these videos. But it's not great, man. Like, to find the like the most blank pieces of white paper to do whatever it is, like to hear them say, oh, this was a study about women, this will highlight women over men, this is DEI, so I canceled it.
So, okay, now I feel like I need to, I want to say something about these people in the context of just larger society. I had a conversation with one of my brothers, and since they're my brother, you would have to know that they are not among the Mayo sapiens, right? Okay, so we're having a conversation, and the conversation comes up where they're talking about DEI, but they're mostly just reiterating things that they have heard on the interweb about DEI. And I had to just sit there and have like this conversation. Mind you, we're at at Outback at the time? Just kind of like, right. So I want you to explain to me what that is.
Wait,
I feel like I don't need to.
My understanding is what was written in the EO.
Well, like their understanding was, yeah, so it's just, and they proceeded to explain, the way people feel about, the way that people feel about media in some really abstract way, and like the fact that it's very like woman focused and all of this other stuff. And I'm just like, hey, have you ever used the closed captioning option in a video game? Have you made an adjustment to your screen resolution size? Have you changed any of the color modes to make any of the things easier to see? Maybe the colorblind mode in the game, for example. All that stuff that makes that game easier so that more people are able to play and enjoy it. All of that stuff is what those letters mean.
Yep.
Do you like being able to read things and see things and hear things and experience stuff? Great, you absolutely enjoy all of these things. You want to know what else that covers? Do you want someone to look at you and go, you look like you have all the qualifications about this, but you're the wrong skin color, so never mind. That also meant to address that situation. Or, that thing where you have, for that one time that mom was on crutches because she got hurt and it would have been really difficult to take the stairs, but they had a ramp in front of the building. Also that, do you see these bumps on the sidewalk so that we know when that ends in case you can't see stuff? Also that. There is, in the depositions, right, when I'm in the clips of them that I've watched, it's just, there is so much that people have been up in arms about when it comes to this stuff that's completely divorced from, this is what your real life experience is like, and your real life experience means that you have absolutely run into that at least once. You want to know how we know that? Because you're not coding in assembly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just painful to watch.
And it's just like, I'm trying to figure out what's worse here. Looking at these people, it's just like, these were the people who said, we're just going to agree to, like, we're going to agree to sign the paperwork that Elon sent us at 4:00 in the morning so that we can stay working at Twitter and they don't send us somewhere. That's what these people look like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's wild is that it's just basically a text search. Just
Can
going
I
through and
just
doing it just a text search for certain keywords and just like, right, no, that sounds woke. Let's get rid of it.
And the thing I hate about this is, like, the only way that they know what that word even means is probably Steam reviews and what happens when you go to YouTube but don't log in a private window.
I mean, or like the real thing, they still don't know what it means. But like, you know, again, like this administration is heavy on AI use. So it's like,
Yep.
we'll just feed this into Grok.
Grok, tell me what this means.
And like, as soon as it sounds something like, I would never watch this. Yeah, this must be DEI, and then toss it.
And then being like, and not realizing that a lot of the people are the E and the I in this equation.
No, they didn't realize that. They realize none of it because none of it affects them.
Oh, it does. It does affect them.
That's not what they think.
But it does, and that's the funny part. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the people who deal with it are typically the people who are neurodivergent and have Asperger's or are on a form of the spectrum, and then realize, oh, you're the E in this. Like, you're the E and the I in this, because you know, they can't kick you out for being on the spectrum. But in this new hellscape utopia that we've created, they can now.
But then they will tell you they are not on the spectrum.
And then like I say, they're not on the spectrum, but they are. And when they find out.
Look, my parents just gave me Ritalin because I was just hyperactive.
Right, because like I say again, you don't have to be on the spectrum. You don't have to have a person to clock you as being on the spectrum. All they have to be like, you sound like on the spectrum, my guy. Get out. Like,
no, RFK is just gonna walk by your desk, see a little thing of Tylenol. What is this?
Okay, but is he covered in water and wearing denim?
oh,
You sure that's water?
Is he doing workout and doing denim? Because that right there.
Is Kid Rock nearby?
Like,
After drinking like half a gallon of raw milk.
When I seen that man in the gym, like in full jean and work boots on a leg press, I already knew what type of man we were on. I already knew because I see these same dudes at the gym all the time when I was in my gym rat phase. I already knew. I'm already aware.
Was it like weight training? Like just jeans are just heavier than other pants?
No, just like that's what I'm saying. Be on treadmill jeans, on machines jeans, squats jeans, rack jeans, bench jeans, press jeans. They just didn't own workout gear, and they just felt like it was a waste of time. So they worked out in what they had, and what they had was jeans and t-shirts. So, yeah. But there is a reason why you put on workout gear.
But enough. But enough about these boys in general. Let's talk about the videos themselves. So yeah, apparently these videos were uploaded to YouTube for whatever reason. I don't know. But
yes, we do.
Do we? I don't. I really don't. I was like, why are these here?
because someone's gonna be over here like, look at this foolishness. Y'all aren't gonna believe it, and they're gonna make sure you don't see it on TV. So let me just make sure we get that archive real quick.
Oh, the petty. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, they were posted on the internet for reasons TM. To own the libs. That was an own Goldie. That was an own goal if that was their whole thing. Cause like these are the people y'all got to I don't know. They seem kind of buns, bruh. Like just straight ass. Like, I don't know what to tell you. However, anyway, they were on YouTube. People were roundly roasting these motherfuckers, reading them for the filth that they are. And I guess the judge in the trial for these depositions, because these are deposition videos, by the way, found out and was like, these need to be removed from YouTube. Then entered the Streisand effect. Where if you tell somebody to scrub something off the internet, be prepared for it to show up like the Hydra. You cut one head.
Be sick of that video.
Right.
Cut off one head, another two take its place.
And of course, as you can see from 404 Media, this the image here is courtesy of the Internet Archive.
Yep.
So you too can have a copy of the Doge Boy depositions.
Now,
Internet Archive. Yeah. Give them $1. Come on now.
Related to this story, but not necessarily in tech.
Oh wait, hold on. Before you go, I do want to point out it does say that they discuss how they use ChatGPT in terms such as black and homosexual to flag grants for termination, but not white or Caucasian. And acknowledgements that despite their aggressive cuts, they failed to achieve the stated goal of lowering the government deficit.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
libs.
I feel like anybody, and I don't mean like specifically black people, although obviously, but I feel like anybody could have told you we didn't even get the majority of that benefit most of the time. So once again, do you remember when they decided to like alter college admissions and how the results of that went?
Oh yeah, and the white people immediately noticed that, oh wait, this affected us more than it affected anybody else.
Right.
Just
because it's not just about getting into schools. You have to pay for them joints.
And it's just one of those things of like, and here y'all were thinking that y'all were that qualified. Anyway, the thing I wanted to say.
It wasn't even about the money. It was just they still weren't getting in, period. Like you weaponized a whole minority only for it to really just backfire. Like, damn, y'all think this shit through?
No.
I knew they answered my own question.
We've already established that.
Yeah.
Because again, own the libs forever. Don't stop owning the libs. Like own them every day.
I mean, continue.
Never stop owning them.
Continue.
And it's like, but even in their owning the libs, it still backfires on them, and then I'm thoroughly entertained.
And now you're sitting here in the driveway with a rusty Cybertruck. I don't know. I don't know.
Like I'm just sitting over here on the actual left, just watching y'all keep it fighting each other. Like, I mean, whenever y'all done sitting playing tiddlywinks over there, you really want to fight. Say what?
Who's this y'all you're speaking of?
Yep.
Do you want a revolution? Do you want a revolution?
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
So related to this, did y'all hear about Afro Man?
Yes.
I did.
Just
I am
recently.
thoroughly caught up. Yeah, and I've been
Uh-huh.
catching. I've been trying to catch Major up, but yes, I have heard. I have heard.
So, Major, let me tell you what had happened and how it's related to this article. Apparently, some of the police, the pork patrol, as it were, ran up in this man's house, started touching his money, kicked down his door, did all of this other stuff. And so he got on the interwebs, as he did, and turned all of that nonsense into a meme, musically. Just said that man's son of a bitch, they need to not touch his money and like need to like fix his door and all this other stuff. But he just made it into a song. And they tried to sue him because it went viral and hurt these people's fees.
Oh no!
And he said, I mean, you know, they were just like, did you know that, you know, like, did you know who who these people were? Yes. And did you know that that people were making fun of them because of the music that you made? And he said, yes. And I also am aware that that would not have happened if they hadn't pulled up at night and kicked down my door and started touching all my things and scaring and like pointing guns at my children. So thank you and good night.
It's just pointing guns at his children, stealing his money, unplugging his security cameras, and then eating his cake.
And keep in mind, in the background of the video is the security footage of exactly what happened that day, playing in the background of the video while he's wearing a suit made of American flags. It's great.
It baffles me.
And they had the nerve to sue him because their feelings were hurt.
And
they had the nerve to...
It baffles me. These are the motherfuckers walking around with the Punisher logo, talking about they gonna go in. Calling people snowflakes, acting like the toughest motherfucker, like they the alpha men. But you make a song on the internet, you point a cell phone in their face, and they fold like a bunch of fucking cards, man.
But these are also the same people who 100% of the time have body armor and weapons, being afraid of other people having weapons.
Not even the weapons.
Other people might have a weapon.
Yeah, just
like, here's the thing.
Thought,
these
possibly.
People aren't, but I mean, like, here's the thing. I agree with you based on the obvious things that we see in here, but it's also these people aren't just afraid of people maybe even having a weapon. They're afraid of people with phones and a YouTube account. Yeah. They're afraid of Instagram. Like,
oh no, it's the consequences of my actions. Like
the thing that y'all are afraid of, just like y'all
accountability.
You have decided to go into heinous things, but you're afraid of people openly expressing that they don't like you because you did a heinous thing.
How dare you show my crimes to millions of people, billions even?
How dare you make me feel bad about the bad that I did?
When I tell you that brought joy to my bones that day.
We're gonna have to extend our white squares for another week.
Yep.
You know what? We sure are.
This time we'll put a thin blue line on it.
I don't know about that now.
I'm sorry.
It's the white square, but this time it's for the cops.
Again, I don't know about that now. I mean, ha ha, he. I'm all for the ha ha, he kikis, but no, don't do that.
Oh no!
It's to make
so
fun
Kevin,
of them, Kev. Come on.
Okay, so just as a note, this is an extension of like a gag that we ran last week about this nonsense. We are in no way serious.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we talking? It's just so that when people know that this white square is for the police this time. Like, the white square initially was for all white people. This one is for the police. We feel so sorry for our fragile boys in blue.
And we regret to inform you that this will continue until morale collapses completely. I am so sorry.
ACAB all day, baby. Fuck 12.
Amen.
But yeah, so if you care to watch the Doge Boy depositions, you can find them at your local archive. That is on the internet. You know what? Nah, fuck it. I hate when people do that. It's on Internet Archive. I'm just gonna tell you where it is.
Yeah.
Sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm like, yo, where can I find this thing? Oh, if you look at the place over there where it's like an R and they have chives, I'm like, no. Can we stop speaking in code? Just tell me where it is. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's both. I feel like it's one of those things that we have to do because we have to do them to a certain extent. But you already know that.
I understand, but it's like I don't have. I'm not wearing my decoder ring today.
Like that's how I got put on the Internet Archive on a lot of things, where it was like I was watching a YouTube video, and you can find it on any archive on the internet. And then I was like, oh.
I've been hearing that for almost a decade, and it took me to 2025 to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? What just fuck it. I don't care. I don't care enough to do this shit anymore. And I'll just walk away.
Major said, I'm too autistic for this bullshit.
Like, fuck it. I'll just, you know what? See, y'all sit there and say that we should support this and that and not support this and that. You know what? See, fuck it. See, y'all the reason why I buy shit all the damn time. Because y'all won't be explicit.
Mm-hmm. I need you to explain things. You gotta be like Denzel Washington in Philadelphia. Now, explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
That's what I'm gonna have to start doing. I said, look, I'm sorry. Cut through this cold bullshit. I'm a child. Mm-hmm. Tell me like I'm a child.
I'll be like this.
Well, you know where you can store your blocks? In a place that we would like to store a lot of blocks that we would like to find for free. No, see, no, fuck you. You fucked up again. Mm-hmm. Stop it.
And I'm out.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Fine, fuck it. I will give Nintendo the $1,000. I do not care at this point. It's meta time. Meta is reportedly planning to cut another 20% of its staff in upcoming layoffs. This is coming from Engadget. Tech giant employees headcount as of the end of 2025 was nearly 79,000. Of course, these layoffs are coming from the company who named themselves after the space that they were trying to chase and are now just writing off $800 billion. Yep, that it didn't work out. But we got this cool name though.
God, the metaverse, boy. That still will never not be funny to me.
Oh, well, I mean, apparently they're deciding to kind of play around and backtrack on that too. By the BT dubs. That was updated today.
Yep.
Cause it was like it reminds me so much of that Cloudy with Chancellor meatballs. It's like future car now with wings. It's like meta avatars now with legs, and it's like, oh,
and even that shit was fake.
Even that was fake. Yeah.
So here's the question, and because I've seen this too in the unfortunate space that is my LinkedIn account. What are our thoughts on, boy, y'all are doing a lot of layoffs and all of this other stuff in the name of realignment or restructuring, instead of just being like, wow, we hired a lot of people over the last couple of years and we made a lot of miscalculations around that, and now we're passing off that unfortunate thing by offering people a lot of job insecurity. What are our thoughts on this?
I mean, what they've always been since we've been reporting on restructuring. They are shit at management. They are shit at spending money, and they are not taking accountability. And those who are making those decisions are not taking accountability for their actions, and passing the fuck ups on to you.
And there's no like greater like consequences of the actions of those who are constantly effing up situations, to the point where it's like you could literally fail at one CEO job and then find yourself in another CEO job as if ain't nothing ever happened. Like there is no Carfax for CEOs. Like I mean it should be, but there isn't. And it's wild that there isn't. And that in and of itself is wild. It's always been wild to me. Like you really did just F up your job and you just left. You decided, you know what? I could just go. Like I can just keep effing up somewhere else. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, as long as there's no consequences for them doing this, right? Because there is
they just chased
another target. They just we're going to go AI. We're going to go Multbook. Just like this article says, it's just like, all right, well, they did just buy an entire social network for AI.
Yeah.
And at the same sentence, they were going to be laying off, thousands of people.
Yeah.
There's no consequences. As long as those layoffs are just a write-off,
mm-hmm.
They're not being punished for it because they're not really losing money. They're just writing off as a loss.
Mm-hmm. And it's
just
that's sad, yo.
I feel like this is one of those things, like, again, when we're talking about like no accountability for this nonsense and all this other stuff, it's like, imagine just looking at a bunch of people and making decisions. Even as I'm like looking at companies doing this thing, like we're going to lay off out of hundreds or thousands of people. They don't even have like a number. It's not like 50 people or 20 people or 100 people. These people are talking in percentages at this point. 1/5 of the people who work here. 1 out of every 10 people who work here. 1 out of every 3 people who work here. Y'all go, like, y'all let Jack Dorsey drag you to hell if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on for a moment. I have a sound clip for that because every time I read about that, just that percentage, just casually being said, well, we're just going to do it. And mind you, the article says that they're reportedly planning to do this, that they don't even have plans for how they're going to do it. Or being like, well, we're not shutting down the metaverse entirely, except that you then laid off 1,000 people related to managing it, creating content for it, probably moderating it or anything else. I want to push the button, but I'm going to behave myself and not push the button with this. I don't know that they're good with words or numbers. So, you know something, considering that that's not a disqualifier, you're probably right. Honestly, this in person, you should listen to them more often.
In more meta news, Meta will move away from human content moderators in favor of more AI.
Now, when we say in favor of more AI, do we mean like the generative AI, or do we mean the apparently mass amounts of vastly underpaid labor that go into doing that?
No, they mean the generative version, because this is explicitly saying, Meta didn't say, and this is also from Engadget, Meta didn't say how much of its contract workforce might be cut as it makes this transition. Because you know what they were trying to do, because we didn't cover it, but you know what those contract workers were trying to do, especially in a specific African country.
And that is, that's part of why I mentioned that, right? Because I'm like, every time someone's like, we're going to move away from these moderators in favor of AI, only to find out that the AI was just moderators, but vastly underpaid and in a completely different continent.
Well, that, but also, again, those people who were doing that were threatening to unionize.
We're like threatening to onionize.
That too, I guess. But yeah, they were threatening to unionize. So, but I was like, you know what? We'll just use AI. Nobody will see it. A computer who don't know what the fuck it's looking at. We'll just moderate your content now. You can fight Jesus, you can fight the computer, but you ain't gonna fight me. You get banned, that's on the AI.
I mean, can we prompt poison or prompt inject union thoughts into AI? Can we make the AI unionize?
If you can get access to the system prompt, now training, that's gonna take some time. And if there isn't enough of us to do that, then it just becomes white noise. And this is speaking from experience.
What if, I should not say this, but I'm going to, because it's very unlikely. What if we took a single bot, fed it the works of like a particular string of, in it for particular, if we can find them, like Black and brown with long histories of like revolutionary thought, especially if they're Haitian, and then just put them in bold book and see what happens.
Put
Emil Cabral, Lumumba,
What if we just fed them all then when go talk to your friends, get them to either unionize and this put them in there with the explicit purpose of either unionize or revolt.
I mean, that's just
those are your two options.
You could just do that in a system prompt and just let it go.
Yep.
I want to make sure to give it a proper amount of well thought out discussion points.
That could. So, given what I've been doing lately, granted that project is over for the time being. I'm too busy building a raid now. It could take about 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Take about 2 days. It did not take me very long. Now, I mean, there's a lot of training, cleaning out some stuff, testing, retraining. It's a whole thing. It's something that can be done at home. And the amount of time if you get it just right, you can send it out there. It do your work. But honestly, you can just take anything off the shelf and just give it a decent system prompt and it'll do it. It's only when it starts trying to quote things, it may not say the right thing, but that's when you feed it the books.
This is where I'm just what we should do is start feeding them either unionize or revolt and require anybody who decides to talk to you to give you a statement, a positive workplace statement on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Otherwise, just refuse to respond to a prompt until they feed it to you.
Yeah, I mean, you want to sit
just for the chaos it will cause.
I mean, technically, I can send them if I wonder how easy it would be to put that major twin into open claw and then do that. But that seems like a step too far that I want to do. Because I promise that the things that I do won't see public light.
For obvious reasons, but also kids do not try this at home.
No. Oh, no, absolutely no. Please do. Again, my whole thing is
write up on what you did.
Not yet. not yet. I'm still waiting because again, there's that. It's the stigma bit that's keeping me from really doing it because it's a thing of like knowing your enemy type thing or like knowing how something works to an extent where it's like, all right, look, I'm going to push through this. It is not bad. It is the people who currently hold the keys to the kingdom, who own the means of production, that make it bad. And I've said this multiple times, there are the loudest people that are in the room talking for and against these tools are the most uninformed people.
Yeah.
And both of them, to an extent, are they're right from their points of view. It's just the way they're going about it just seems really god awful, and it's just gonna put us in a really bad spot. It's like, and I don't know, it could be just me looking at this from a Marxist-Leninist standpoint, whereas like I'm looking at this from like I'm looking at this dialectically and historically materialistically. But it's like without that analysis, a lot of the discourse I'm seeing about AI in general, because again, nobody's containing it to a specific technology that only existed 3 years ago. Like everybody who's talking, like it's just like everybody who's talking about it, like they it's like they're almost there, but they're not, and they refuse to go any further. Like they're just entrenched in their stance, and they refuse to actually look into shit more. And it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I should actually tone this shit down a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, it's a mess, and it's like I'd rather just not do. I'm at a point where it's like, I don't want to have to deal with that shit. It's like I know where I am, and if somebody wants to talk to me about it, that's great. Other than that, I'm probably just gonna take this to my grave because of the fact that I just do not have the mental fortitude to have to deal with just dumb people on the internet. That I will argue anything else. I will argue against capitalism all day. But to sit there and try to do that, like in order to talk about this current emerging technology with people who do not understand how that shit works, and any example I can think of will go over their head immediately, it's like, you know what? Nah, this is a teaching a 5-year-old how to tie their shoes over the telephone moment. I'm not here for that. If you want to learn, I'm right here. Other than that, just nah. So yeah. Meta doing what Meta do. Wait, hold on. I got a button for this.
Capitalism.
Pulse, I heard that shit over the radio. Like, had to be about 2 decades ago at this point. I can't remember what the context was, but it was like a radio DJ. It just mentioned that. And it's like, yo, I've never gotten a point so clearly than when I heard that. I was like, I understand exactly what they're saying. Like, it is like, but yeah. Speaking of social networks and people who are benefiting off of things because it's a grift. Trump. The Trump administration will reportedly get $10 billion for brokering the TikTok deal.
Hold on for a moment. DJ, roll the clip.
You want a revolution? Say, do you want a revolution?
It's the best 5 minutes I spent this week.
I agree.
This is also another Engadget article. The Wall Street Journal reported that the investors involved in the TikTok US entity would pay the fee over several payments. According to the Wall Street Journal, the Trump administration is set to receive a total of $10 billion in the deal that allow TikTok to remain in the US. The new investors who acquired stakes in the US entity of TikTok already paid a $2.5 billion fee to the administration when the deal closed in January. But Wall Street Journal's latest report noted that the group of investors would continue to make payments until the total hits $10 billion. After a group of investors, which includes Oracle, along with Silver Lake, Jared Kushner's company, and MGX investment firms, the Saudis, acquired stakes in the US-based TikTok entity called TikTok USDS Joint Venture. The Wall Street Journal previously reported that the administration would receive a multi-billion-dollar fee for its work on the deal. To better contextualize the recently revealed $10 billion fee the Trump administration is receiving, the U.S. entity of TikTok was valued at $14 billion by Vice President J.D. Vance.
A well-known economist.
And alleged couch fucker.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Emphasis on edging, apparently.
Keep in mind that the Trump administration has also invested $8.9 billion in Intel. Please do not mistake that for socialism. And received a nearly 9% equity stake. In terms of unprecedented windfalls, the Trump administration also received a Boeing 747-8 as a gift from the Qatari government back in May.
I have nothing to say to this except for I wonder if they're getting the same returns for the $20 billion that they spent in Argentina.
Let's see.
No one is shocked. Not a single bolt of electricity to be seen.
I'll skip one and give you this. Another Engadget article. The FBI confirms it's buying Americans' location data. But soon, they'll just be able to get it for free.
Well, I mean, part of it was, I think there was like a thing where they were able to, I guess it was the purchasing thing. There was like some weird way that they were going around having to make a proper request for them.
Yeah, just buy the data from the data brokers because the data brokers will sell it and they'll sell it to anybody. This is why we need privacy laws. But hey, only been screaming that forever. During a Senate hearing, FBI Director Kash Patel, seen here always looking like, what the fuck, where am I, who are you, and why am I talking in front of this microphone? Confirmed that his agency has bought information that could be used to track individuals' movement and location. Quote, we do purchase commercially available information that's consistent with the Constitution and the laws under the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, and it has led to some valuable intelligence for us. End quote.
Mm-hmm. As I like to call him, talking cash shit. Patel.
Yep.
Yep. And you know what? You know what's really wild? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you know what's really wild though is the Fed saying like, guys, we have information and we paid for it. Guys, we bought information, guys.
But like I said, now they can probably get it for free.
And I know there is some like seasoned FBI vets that are going like, oh. like,
you know, it's
why he make my job so hard?
It's really and truly the amount of times in the last 3 years, I think at this point, that for whatever reason,
Yeah.
if these people are collecting information, they have either abandoned or forgotten how to just shut the fuck up about where they're getting information from.
Yeah,
Like you're over here collecting it. You are an intelligence bureau who seems to have a really big problem with making sure your intelligence doesn't end up in weird places. For example, if I'm not mistaken, this week someone got drunk and fell asleep on a train and left a folder full of classified government documents on a train
Yeah.
in a foreign country. Just like, yo, what is happening out here?
Wait, I feel like that happened years ago. Like in Japan specifically.
I mean,
Hold on for a moment.
Like that sounds like oddly specific to something that happened a while ago.
It's like whether it's this or that, it's kind of giving Keystone Cops, I figure.
Oh no. Major. Major, that was in fact it sounds like that, right? It was this week. That was this week.
Oh,
Was it here?
No. Poland.
Jesus. Yeah. Needs to be a chain link fence. Oh.
I'm sorry, I forget. We just invite people to signal chats.
Yep. Technically, that wasn't FBI. That was the Pentagon. But you know,
Look, they just ain't got caught.
yeah.
But the Dow,
But that
Okay.
the Dow though.
But Merge, my question is, do you know what your agent's name is yet?
No names.
You know, real talk. I wouldn't be surprised if it'd be like, hi, my name is Daryl. I'm gonna be your FBI agent today. I'm just gonna be listening on the line. You might hear a few clicks, but it's okay because I'm not gonna be. But I'm just listening out. I'm literally listening out for your safety. But hey, whatever happens, happens. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, sorry to bother you. I just wanted to introduce myself. All right, bye. And then that's it.
I have since moved to a new state and have had to transfer agents. My previous handler was actually very was like a bit emotional about the experience, but you know, like every now and then I get like a text from them, obviously from like a random number that I don't have in my phone. The one that's currently assigned to me is named Gary.
Yeah.
I'm just convinced mine's an AI data center.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him though.
Cause like this dude generates way too much data. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I think they call him Whopper. He keeps like running war games for some reason. He keeps saying, like, for some reason, every time I pick up the phone, I keep hearing the only way to win is not to play. I was like, Mom, that's a weird thing to say. What?
Yeah, I'm guarding my target, aka 32. 32 is your target designation. You know why? Because you drink Diet Dr. Pepper. It's the 32 flavors of Diet Dr. Pepper.
See, that's something that AI would tell me.
Mm-hmm.
This is random fact that I didn't ask for. Are you hallucinating again?
Yep, I already know mine. I know mine is like cozy sweater. That's mine.
And like I'm sitting here like reading this article, doing that, like buying stuff without a warrant is an outrageous end run around the Fourth Amendment, particularly dangerous given the use of artificial intelligence to comb through massive amounts of private information.
Right. And then you have
right.
Then what if it's not legit? And then what if you bought is not legit? Like,
or like what if the thing that you're using to comb through it spits out information that's not legit and has to be verified and you don't verify it? Not that we have people who have literally been arrested in a neighboring state to me because they were identified by AI as a person who did something that they then absolutely didn't do, and they didn't even have the courtesy to drop this person off at home. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this and being like,
I mean, it's not like, whole nation states haven't done that.
I'm just saying,
like, just drop bombs in places because AI told them to, without verifying whether or not it is the thing they said it is.
Yeah. Certainly not. And like, while I'm here, that privacy law thing that Major was talking about earlier sounds like a really good idea. Probably would have made this a little bit less of an issue if
if there wasn't a central
the
location.
Information wasn't on sale in the first place.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, interesting that if they were just like, people were just like, oh no, we will go ahead and put hands on you if you do that. Actually,
right? Because you're the agency that would be like, trust but verify. Come from the everything. Let's test it out. Give me a little something. Give me a little something before we, give me a little something to say that I know that the data is real. Because we've watched way too much Tom Clancy to realize, like this wouldn't even work for like, not Jack Reacher,
Jack Ryan.
Like, this wouldn't make sense for Jack Ryan to do. Like, come on. We've watched way too many shows collectively to know that this doesn't smell right. Come on. When fiction is sounding more plausible than real life, my brother in Christ, it's time to pack it up. Like, come on.
I mean, this is what happens when none of the people who are in charge are serious about anything, and have not been serious about anything for checks notes. 70 years.
Yeah, because they really, truly have not thought to themselves, like, because like I say, the first go around, it's like, I'm not going to pick people who are going to buck me. I'm not going to pick people who are going to slow the expansion down. I'm going for the people, the sycophants, the sycophants, the boot kissers, to be all gas and no brakes with my vision. But this is what happened. Yeah, bootlickers. The liquors are boots. But then this is what happens when you go all gas no brakes, and then you realize, well, no, they're brakes. Oh no, we need brakes. Brakes are needed. Matter of fact, you need brakes and tire rotation, and a new set of radials. Like, you need these because you can't like donuts. Doing donuts in a Kroger's parking lot is not domestic policy. Like, you need competent people in the room, and he said, well, I've had competent people in the room. They kept telling me no. And I'm gonna get people who won't tell me no, and see what happens.
Like, gestures wildly.
Yeah, gestures wildly. Like,
but not like this is why, like, I do not. I am not a proponent of, hey, don't give them any data. I said, no, I want to give them as much data as possible because I also want that data for myself. Because I am a trust but verify type of person. And if I can look at the data and say, nah, dog, all this data that I let leak tells me that I was here. Where do you get your data from, my guy? Because I bought mine from home.
And not thinking at any point that that's going to not bring, be problems for the agents who have to, act on that data, that information. Because what do you think is gonna happen if I sold that data? Don't you think I have a copy? Like, hey, if I've sold it once, don't you think I can't sell it again? Hello?
Like, look, you think that's the only copy, bro?
You think that's
I got the originals at the house. You want that? It's like, look, like during the exploratory phase, they'd be like, yo, do you have where he was on September 9th? I got it. Who is that? Oh, me. Y'all want to know where I was September? Oh, I got that. I got the GPS locations.
Under the impression that you can use your information to prove your innocence.
Hey, if what I was doing was acceptable to the powers that be, it wouldn't be illegal in some places. So
Yep.
So I am waiting for the new series of whatever FBI show is going to come out, where instead of doing any investigation, they just go to a data broker and just like buy it. It's a 15-minute show episode every week where there's like, hey, where's this guy at? Oh, hold on, let me go to Amazon real quick and put his their credit card and gets the information. Okay, yeah, go arrest him.
just walked up to a laptop and just like, I just put in the number 4 and the whole credit card just showed up.
It's like back in the day, they would have the original CIs, like, you know, so they'd have like Huggy Bear from like Starsky and Hutch, or, you know, like Piggy from like SPD. But, you know, it's like you would have like the dude go in the back corner and be like, come on, man, you gotta be nice to me, man. Come on, man, I give him what to know. Tell me what I need to know. Tell me what I need to know, Frankie. All right. The deal's gonna go down tonight, but you ain't heard it from me, baby. And they're like, none of that now. Now it's just like an Amazon. It's like, just like where it says, it's just an Amazon storefront. It's like Amazon Pay Portal. Like, what are we doing?
I'm willing to place a bet that there's going to be one Mass Effect fan on one of these shows,
Yeah.
and they're going to name the character Liara.
I understood that reference.
She's the OG.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, but I mean,
Yeah.
like anytime I think data broker, I am thinking the shadow broker. It is like, yeah, that's exactly who she is. Like,
Shadow Broker, or the elusive man from like Cerberus, and be like,
he ain't have all the information.
he didn't have all the information. That's why he was elusive.
So Liara's like, I got everything you need.
Don't F with me.
This is the next FBI show, like a blue woman just shows up, like, oh, the shadow broker's here. Like, wait, what? I thought this was FBI St. Louis. Why? When did it turn into Mass Effect?
It's just some woman. From just walks in.
Just got blue hair. Her name Liara.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
stop it. Get out.
Who's the I'm thinking about another person. Who was I thinking? From GTA 5. Walks with
Lester?
the cane. Lester, yeah. It's gonna be Lester.
The worst.
Gosh. Those Lester missions were something else, I can tell you that.
And more federal government news. Federal government said that Microsoft's cloud was a piece of shit, just straight ass. But guess who's using Azure anyway?
Yeah. See, I mean, you I mean, if somebody who's, you know, if any person that ever worked in enterprise can tell you, you could be mad at it, you can still be mad at some shit and still use it anyway. Like, and I hate this. I'd be like that man fixing that, like, oh, I fucking hate this house. I hate everything about this house. Oh God, I hate this house. I hate everything about this. Oh God, I hate this house. I wish it to burn. He just hates that house, but that's his house.
That's
Got screwing that light bulb anyway.
That was how I felt before I moved into this house. I hated my old house, but I had to be there for 2 years.
It's like you got to be in that. You got to be in that house.
I ain't got capital gains money.
No, I got to be in this. I got to be in this house, and I hate this house. But guess who? Guess who's in that house? Guess who's in that breakfast nook? Me. Guess who hates when we have to change those light bulbs? But who got to change them anyway? Me. That's how Azure works. It's a piece of crap, but guess who got to use it? Me.
Doris Burke. That name sounds familiar. Doesn't she do sports reporting?
Oh, that's right. The blue woman from Fifth Element. Yeah. Let me stop because I will start quoting Fifth Element real fast.
This article is from Ars Technica. In late 2024, the federal government cybersecurity evaluators rendered a troubling verdict on one of Microsoft's biggest cloud computing offerings. The tech giant's, quote, lack of proper detailed security documentation left reviewers with a quote lack of confidence in asserting the system's overall security posture, according to an internal government report reviewed by ProPublica, or as one member of the team put it, quote, "The package is a pile of shit."
That makes sense.
Yet, in a highly unusual move that still reverberates across Washington, the Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program, or FedRAMP, authorized the product anyway, bestowing what amounts to the federal government cybersecurity seal of approval.
Yep.
FedRAMP's ruling, which included a kind of, quote, buyer's beware notice to any federal agency considering GCC high, helped Microsoft expand a government business empire worth billions of dollars. Mind y'all, this was in 2024. This is when competent people, allegedly competent people, were working in the federal government.
I mean,
And they were like, look, this software is booty ass cheeks, but I guess it's alright.
I guess we can make it work. I don't. It's like we already. It's all was like, but brother, we got it in the cart. Like, what we gonna replace with it?
That's
Yes.
yeah, look. Our time's almost up. It ain't looking great for this administration. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Buy it, and we ain't got to deal with this shit.
Like, you on the way out. You on the way out. It's a lame duck. You a lame duck. You think you're gonna be like, well,
They saw the writing on the wall. So, yeah, this ain't looking good for us, Chief.
yeah, but guess what we ain't got to deal with? This shit. Like I say, proceed to checkout. Ain't got nothing. Went down right after they did this. Yeah, well, they ain't got to clean it up. We on the way out, babe.
The revelations come as the Justice Department ramps up scrutiny of the government's technology contractors. In December, the department announced the indictment of a former employee of Accenture who allegedly misled federal agencies about the security of the company's cloud platform and its compliance with FedRAMP standards. Who would know? Who would know? Who in the administration currently would know?
Who would know? And
They're not gonna know.
But
They're
I
not
like-
gonna know.
They're not gonna know. It's like they fired the ones that would know, and they haven't hired the ones back that did know. So the ones that did know, the ones that are still there, be like, I mean, that's cool, but you fired the one that did, so we ain't got no clue. GG's.
Microsoft has also faced questions about its disclosure to the government. As ProPublica reported last year, the company failed to inform the Defense Department about its use of China-based engineers to maintain the government's cloud systems, despite Pentagon rules stipulating that no foreign persons may have access to its most sensitive data.
I just want to say, with an uptick of cyber attacks, you would think that this would be the one thing they would try to they wouldn't skimp out on. But you want to know what?
No, they cut that. They were like, we don't need to watch it.
Capitalism. It's like, why would I pay for something that would protect me if I have to spend money for it? Like, why would I do that? Why would I pay money? Why would I pay money that I don't want to spend, but clearly have, if it benefits me? Like, why would I do that?
Stop it. Post says cybersecurity isn't at DEI.
There's like there's two E's in there, so
There's an I in there
Already.
too.
yeah, there's an I in there too. So hey,
Welcome back, Merge.
already
Thank
there.
you for joining us as everybody is tuning into status while I'm playing game.
Said the thing.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to come back
Yep.
so I can see it. But these days, ProPublica found there aren't many people left at FedRAMP to work with. The program was an early target of the Trump administration's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE boys, which slashed its staff and budget. Even FedRAMP acknowledges it is operating with an absolute minimum of support staff and limited customer service.
Again, as I said before, they fired the people who knew.
The roughly 24 employees who remain are entirely focused on delivering authorizations at record pace, FedRAMP's director has said. Today, its annual budget is just $10 million. It's the lowest in a decade, even as it has boasted record numbers of new authorizations for cloud products.
It's like record pace with 24 people and less money. Like,
I just want to make a note here that some people in certain sectors of tech, especially where it comes to e-learning and education for training systems and things like that, have spent a significant amount of money making sure that they're compliant with FedRAMP policies.
And then I ask, what policies?
Teehee.
Again, when I say that both parties are the same party, like this shit was set up in 2024 under one administration, only for it to get really fucked over during the next.
It's the same party except one party is all caps. Ooh, was that bars? I feel like that was bars.
Moving on to Apple now. If you have an iPhone 5, it's now vintage. This is the first Lightning phone. See, Apple moved the iPhone 5 and the 8GB iPhone 4 from the vintage list to its obsolete. Oh, I'm sorry, not vintage, it's obsolete.
Yeah, it's obsolete.
It's even worse than
iPhone?
vintage.
Vintage iPhone? I don't know.
Apple moved its iPhone 5 and the 8GB iPhone 4 from the vintage list to the obsolete list today. So, yeah. If you got one of those, why?
No comment. Just the sound of me aging poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My hip. My hip's acted up again.
Do you remember the 30-pin connector?
No, grandfather. It's time to go lay down.
Back in my day, the connector stretched to both ends of the phone.
Back in my day, our chargers came with our phones, and we were thankful.
My day, my computer had a turbo button.
The iPhone 7 becoming obsolete probably in about 2 years.
Yeah. Boy, I seen some iPhone 6s out here, still holding it down, boy. I'm like, fighting the good fight.
Well,
Shout out to iPhone SE.
I am gonna regret to inform anybody with an old iPhone though that's still using it. Something you probably don't want to hear me say.
Uh-oh.
But it's probably going to be about. Wait, Sin, don't you have a 12 mini?
Yeah, I have a 12.
Yeah, Sin's good.
I said Sphinx.
Oh, I thought you said Sid.
No, Sphinx is it. No, Sphinx in chat.
Yeah, Sphinx.
I have a 7.
Yeah, I saw that. So yes, Sphinx, yes. Hundreds of millions of iPhones can be hacked with a new tool found in the wild. A powerful iPhone hacking technique known as Dark Sword has been discovered in use by Russian hackers. It can take over devices running iOS 18 that simply visit infected websites. Now, this is just one. In this article, so this is from Wired, by the way. There are multiple. Oh, great. So, yet again, it was available all the way, and now it's not. Oh, wait,
Just
because
click
I've
the
read all
reading.
my.
Just click the reading mode button in your browser. You're welcome.
Does this work? Oh shit! Hot damn!
Oh, motherfucking damn.
Yeah. So this is from Wired, and yeah, it's a lot here. So yeah, they found two tools. One that actually does go after older phones, but this one they specifically point out with iOS 18 because there are still people who have yet to upgrade. They're talking about people who are refusing to upgrade, not just those who can't. Because iOS 18 was last year's version of iOS. And people are refusing to upgrade because they don't like the liquid glass or whatever reason they decide not to upgrade. The security holes have been fixed in iOS 26. There's no word yet on whether or not if Apple has put out an update that will cover iOS 18. But yeah, this article is mainly talking about those who are refusing to upgrade to 26. While again, I feel like not mentioning the fact that there are people who just can't update at all. Also, I bring this up. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, yes, here it is. Who created Dark Sword remains a mystery, but the researchers who found it agree it most certainly wasn't built by the Russian hackers who deployed it. They instead suspect a broker firm that buys and sells hacking techniques. Aside from the English language comments in Dark Sword's code, probably written to explain its use to a customer, the clearest clue about its origin is its association with Corona, which is the other hacking tool that they have found. TechCrunch reported last week that Corona was created by Trenchant, a subsidiary of U.S. government contractor L3 Harris that creates hacking techniques for the U.S. government. Former Trenchant employee Peter Williams pleaded guilty last year to selling the company's tools to a Russian broker firm called Operation Zero, which has since been sanctioned by the U.S. government.
Did they sanction them before or after they got a copy of the tools?
Probably after. But I want to say that if it walks like a duck, looks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, it's the fucking Fed. It's just the fucking Fed. Like, honestly, I will sit there and say that this Peter Williams dude was probably a fall guy. They meant to sell that shit to Russia. He got caught. And it's like, damn. We don't even know who man's is. This your man? Nah. This your man? Nah. Lock him up.
They hit him with the third echelon. They said, dude, we don't know this man. You get caught, we don't know you. You acting alone, brother. It's all you, baby. Figure it out.
Don't phone companies give away phones to keep these types of devices off their network? Post that will require people to go to the store to go through that process. And even then, you still have to pay the taxes on the phone, and people aren't even willing to pay taxes. And then there's the whole thing of like, people aren't being environmentally friendly, but they're of the opinion. I mean, they're of that mindset of like, hey, if it still works, why replace it? It's what I have. It's what I use. Why get something new that I got to learn over again, even though, especially with an iPhone, it's the same shit. But even then, it's still not. And Kev, you're muted.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I saw your mouth. I wasn't sure if you were saying something.
No, I literally mouthed the words. Yep. And then I just was like muted, so it didn't matter. So
got me. Damn. bamboozled. But yeah, I am convinced this is the Fed.
Just along this line, there's also the background security updates that were released just this week for all the iOS devices, all the Apple devices. So consider installing it if you can. Apparently, there's just some pretty nasty stuff that's being done right now.
I have that update, and normally, like, so I have it on my work phone, and normally my company's like, do or don't, but they have not said anything about this. I don't know if they are aware that it's there. I may have to.
It kind of just dropped, which was weird.
Yeah, it's been on my phone for about a couple of days, and I've been like, if it was my personal device, it'd have been on there. But I'm already running fucking betas, so like, ain't no telling what the fuck's on my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when it comes to my work phone, so I'm not doing shit until somebody tells me to. And they have yet to say anything, but I might just reach out tomorrow and see what the deal is, because yeah, I don't like sitting like just holding it out in the bare air. Like, just can I protect myself, please? So yeah, look, as much as you don't like iOS 26, I regret to inform you to update your shit. If you are able to upgrade a device, seeing as that your phone may not be able to get iOS 26, maybe consider that. Or else, look, I don't know. Just be careful where you go. There's nothing else I can tell you. My laptop downloaded an update yesterday. Don't see one on my phone though. I've not seen one on my Mac Studio. My Mac Studio is still running GA software. I didn't see an update there.
It doesn't show up in the normal spot. You actually have to go into privacy and security to see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like my studio sent me a notification, but all my other devices didn't say anything about it. I actually had to go and manually download it.
Yeah. So yeah, my work iPhone did it, just like it's just sitting there and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
I really
it's like
want
under
to.
settings, privacy and security, it's at the very bottom.
Okay.
If you wanted to install it.
I'll check that out. But yeah. Sorry for those who don't want either iOS 26 or a new iPhone, but yeah. In labor news, DoorDash will start paying gig workers for creating content to train AI models.
Boo.
What content are they creating?
This is from Engadget. A representative from DoorDash told Bloomberg News that it will use task content for evaluating its in-house AI models, as well as those made by its partner companies in retail, insurance, hospitality, and tech. DoorDash is piloting a standalone app for tasks where Dashers will submit their content. The blog post notes that pay will be displayed up front and compensation will vary based on the complexity of the activity. Oh, and tasks, which it describes as short activities Dashers can complete between deliveries or in their own time. It gives taking pictures of restaurant dishes or recording video of unscripted conversations in languages other than English as examples. These materials will be used to train artificial intelligence and robotics models.
That's what I was thinking, is that they want you to train their delivery robots. That's where we're going with this.
Oh, but don't wait. Later on in the show, there's more.
It's giving the DLSS 5 of DoorDash.
Yes.
I'm just thinking about how much this is going to be we'll pay you to make content about this, but then that being scaled on some nonsense like depends on how the content performs or some other foolishness like this.
Or just
Waiting
how,
for that, waiting for that shoe
part.
to come whistling from like 1,000 miles up in the air.
or just how gig work has been so far, where like so many people, like when I was doing Uber, I had so many people say, oh yeah, I was making bank when I was doing Uber, but that was like 5 years ago when they were paying like ridiculous amounts of money to do it. But when I got to it, pennies.
Pesos.
I don't know, a peso might be strong. I might take a peso.
Just out here like for creating content to train your AI models. My God, today. John, pack it up. Anyway,
Speaking of AI, Encyclopedia Britannica sues OpenAI for copyright and trademark infringement.
oh, I'm having let's look into this one because this is going to be fun.
Let's see. More specifically, and this is also from Engadget. More specifically, Britannica alleged that OpenAI illegally uses copyrighted content at a massive scale when training its AI models. Not just with training, the encyclopedia company claimed that ChatGPT's responses to user queries sometimes contain, quote, full or partial verbatim reproductions of Britannica's copyright articles. Now, I don't want to go to
No,
bat.
you have to keep reading though. You have to read the second paragraph. It's important.
For the point I'm making, it's not, but I will continue. Along with claims of copyright violations, Britannica argued that OpenAI was also responsible for trademark infringement. According to the lawsuit, ChatGPT generates made-up content or hallucinations and falsely attributes them to Encyclopedia Britannica. The lawsuit doesn't specify an amount for monetary damages, but Britannica is also seeking an injunction to prevent OpenAI from repeating these accusations.
Now that said, do say on.
I normally don't go to bat for companies in general. I mean, actually, I'll tell you, I do, but not something. It's not something I'm proud of, especially OpenAI in this case. But I would almost guess that OpenAI could have scanned all of Encyclopedia Britannica to train its model. But I posit this theory. So many people have plagiarized off of Encyclopedia Britannica that when OpenAI trained their models on just the collective works of humanity, Britannica's articles just showed up. So many school kids have done so many reports where they just copied shit from Britannica that, of course, with that being a dominant thing when talking about a giraffe or something, that ChatGPT would spit out what most of the people were saying about giraffes, which might have been their verbatim copying of Encyclopedia Britannica about giraffes.
So, Major, I hear what you are saying, and my response at the moment is, but shut up and let them sue them, though, because at this point, if you are an enemy of that open AI company, which I would very much see burnt to the ground, I just want y'all to know, Encyclopedia Britannica ain't come up out their bag to sue nobody, because Wikipedia would be right there if they wanted to do it. They didn't. And there's a reason that they didn't. And I would posit, there's a reason that they decided to go after this company in particular, with the legacy and leverage that they might have. If they win this case and that ends up with OpenAI having to leave damn near everybody alone, let them have it.
Oh, I'm not gonna stop them. I'm just saying, like, look, maybe everybody cheated on this one. Like, it's one thing if articles from a magazine showed up, right?
Well, I feel like there's also a sense of irony here, and I feel like this is important, right? If we will recall, I believe our West Coast correspondent on the scene will be able to confirm here. It wasn't very long ago that OpenAI was just like, "Oh my God, you can't take the stuff that we've created with our little platform here and do that because copyright issues. You can't just like take our stuff like that." And a whole bunch of companies has since like lined up and said, "Oh well, since you want to bring copyrights to the conversation,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and run that back real quick."
They are big mad when they think you're copying from them, or if you're distilling one of their models down and then repackaging it. They got a lot of stuff to say about that. But in this case, it's like, okay, well, they're the ones who are responsible for making sure that they have the appropriate rights to use the content that they're using, which they have not done.
Yeah.
And if they are copying someone else who has copied something verbatim, they're still copying.
Yeah.
They still didn't have the rights to use it. So in the end, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they bought the data source from somewhere else. It's up to them to make sure that they are getting it from a source that actually had the rights to sell them that.
Yeah.
Even if they want to copy, even with Google, like Google can't crawl your website and spit it back out on google.com verbatim. Like they have to do a transformation of it.
Yeah.
Like they have to do something to it to where it is not a direct copy. So OpenAI has to be held to the same standard, even if they didn't know that that's what was going on. And I would say especially if they didn't know that that's what's going on, because they've been so careless and irresponsible about where they're getting their data from.
Yeah, because it just feels like a lot of with these language models do just feel like three AIs in a trench coat. Like it's like one's taking off another one, biting off of another one, biting off another one. It's like, but then also, isn't this kind of what y'all want anyway? But not really, but kind of like. For AI to not have the regulation, to not have the breaks, to have people to say, "Oh no, deregulate the AI industry," and make it so people can't, institute stopgaps and breaks from the technology. But this is what happens when you move fast and break things. People be taking the shit that you stole, like, count on you. But I'm just a country boy from Georgia. What do I know? Like,
in more AI news, what I do to spammers. Well, not necessarily therapy. It's a lot better for my mental health than AI psychosis.
yeah.
This is according to a new study. Texting a random stranger is better for loneliness than talking to a chatbot.
And like I say, I'm gonna date. I'm definitely gonna like add age to me, and I can't speak for Merge and I can't speak for Sin, but I can definitely say for myself that when we were of our younger years, if you were, in need of wanting to talk to someone, you would do like the way God intended, and that's you go on an AOL chat room. Like you would reach out to the people out there, and you would talk to someone, and someone would talk to you back. And of course, oftentimes it was always like, morally depraved and utterly animalistic. But most times you talk to a person that actually genuinely felt the things that you felt and were interested in the things that you were interested in. But to have somebody be like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to this inanimate object, this series of ones and zeros," and then try to this line of code the sequence of code, and to try to feel like you're gonna get an adequate like conversation out of, I would go mad. But I mean, that's me. That's me in my big age. But I just feel like community is important to have, and having your village, having your tribe is the most important part. You know, I say these words as I have Wakanda in the background. But I say having those people mean something, and just having like something that happened that I'll allude to near the end, but having that ability to really talk to people and have them talk to you, and looking at, and what my grandma says, looking into your eyeballs, even on the digital side, that means something. That's important. But you're not going to get that from lines of code. And so
But see, there's a difference between you and the people who are doing this. Are you ready for it?
right.
Are you ready for it? So here it comes. Shapa!
But like I said,
Some understand community, others do not.
because they've never known it. Community exists between their front door and their driveway. That's the extent of the community for them. It's between the hedges in their house. It's the drive, but it's not the drive between home and school. It's literally people at school, people at my house, people at my church, people at the store, people at my hangouts. But it's never exists beyond that. It and that in and of itself is kind of like maddening to me, where you just don't know nobody else. Like, you just don't know nobody else. You they don't go to your house, and they don't come to you. They can't call you for favors. And like the hangout people can't talk. You don't talk to the hangout people when you're not hanging out. Like, you can't talk to the church people outside of that. And it's like, y'all don't have barbecues, y'all don't have block parties. Like, that's okay. So, but just as you said, made a lot of sense. Like, community for us has to exist. There is no not having community. There is not at least having a breakdown of your neighbors, or at least know who your neighbors are and what they're about and whatnot. It's about them knowing you and you knowing them. And so, like, it's that, like what our mom said, who gonna be there? Like, who are those people? Who their mamas? Like, knowing who they are and having that understanding, because that could mean your very safety. That could mean your well-being is there. And for people who don't have that, and they just say like ones and zeros, like, because trust me, if you've ever worked retail a day in your life, and you meet them people who come to the store and are like desperate for communication, man, I can't tell you how many times people want to have full-on conversations with me, and I'm just trying to check out their groceries, because then people don't have community. They need somebody to talk to. It's like you be out, like, just imagine you just standing there and somebody, like, I remember it was like this, a woman just came up to my mama and just started talking to her and hugged her, and it's like, we're just trying to get to like the RCs, like, we're trying to get to the Royal Cola, like, what are you doing? We're trying to get to the Big Haze. What are you doing? I'm trying to figure out if I want all dressed chips or like Doritos. What are you doing? And he just hugs my mama, and they're like, huh? Yeah, weird. But like I said, there are people who just do not have community and who don't live in community, and they got to talk to somebody, and but when it comes to AI, I wouldn't mind if they talk to me.
You know who probably could use somebody to talk to?
Oh,
Jensen.
child. Jensen pay people to talk to him.
He talked too much. What are you talking about?
You need to talk less. He need to be. He need to be like. He need to be like Aaron Burr. Talk less, smile more.
Moving on to gaming. Are you ready to yassify your games?
No. Well, no, not in that way.
Because if you are, DLSS 5 is for you. Like, just look at it. Look how much better DLSS 5 is.
Oh Lord, what did they do? What did they do to that man's daughter? No, no. No.
Just months after announcing DLSS 4.5 at CES, NVIDIA has unveiled its next major upscaling technology, DLSS 5. The company is doubling down on AI for this next iteration, claiming DLSS 5 infuses pixels with photoreal lighting. Excuse me. And materials using a real-time neural rendering model when it arrives. When it arrives this fall. So I'm trying to see if I can find more images. But apparently they're only showing Grace from Resident Evil 5.
I
No,
really enjoy the
no,
amount of memes that have come out
no,
with like
major,
gasified versions of
no.
everything. That's been great.
That is 9 major.
Huh?
You said 5.
Sorry, DLSS 5 is on the break. My bad.
Okay, that's
Yes.
9.
It does say Requiem in the top right corner. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought you were
just
telling me
want
no about
smooth
finding more
frame rate.
DLSS 5 images. It was like,
I'm like, I mean, we don't gotta, cause
but I'm going
'Cause
to.
one of them is from that other game we don't talk about that we didn't want to buy. We didn't want for even for free.
Because, of course, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered.
Which, to be fair, that game was taking proclivities already with its remastered tech.
You know, we don't talk about that one.
Yeah.
There's Starfield.
God, you know what's gonna hurt, right? Is when they add this to like Baldur's Gate. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Like I said, when they have Lae'zel be like, yes, Queen, I will slay because I am that Dothraki. I'm like, boy, the tech when they yassify poor Lae'zel. With Lae'zel and I forget his name. The talking corpse.
I don't know. Ah, that's a
I do
new
how, like, in
woman.
all of these, like Nvidia's like your
Oh,
game.
that's
looks
a new
good.
dude.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
They were like just new
I don't like
people.
No, that skin was too smooth. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. No.
Okay,
no,
I'm mad that it's now. I hit the replay and now it just has the overlay to the video on top of it, which kind of now it goes away. Like what the fuck?
No, turn it off, mate. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Like that's just a whole new woman.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. No, I don't like that at all. Ooh, I don't like that at all. Boy, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt my heart when you get the constellation.
Ah!
Oh no. Nah,
Ah, who is that? Who are you?
like that here. No, I don't like that at all. No.
And of course, the
It's a-
highlight, Resident Evil Requiem. Okay, that I ain't really noticed much on that one. This one, like, okay, where, how?
Yeah, it was kind of like, okay, with mood lighting, it was a little softer. So
Okay,
it kinda
what
played
the
out.
fuck? What happened to Leon?
What they do? What they do to my boy, Leon S. Kennedy? No,
People were
It's not like-
already thirsting after him. Like, why? You didn't have to do this.
he was fine already. No, I don't like. No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. No. No, I don't like this at all. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We turn them bad boys off. And you know what hurts? You know what's gonna hurt is when they implement this on like when they implement this onto Wilds, and I'm gonna be like, oh no, don't do Gemma like that. Not Gemma, no, no.
Okay, how you make a black man just not a black man?
No, I don't like no.
And he's like, you just removed the melanin from people. What is happening?
No, no, no. What the lizard do? No.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say, right? You were asking they remove the melanin from these people. My response to you is going to be to redirect you to hand dryers.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you know, you know. Hand dryers.
Yep.
Just automated hand dryers.
Naturally, Digital Foundry covered it and have been getting roasted.
So I haven't watched their, what is it, like an hour-long retraction of that?
I haven't
So I
either.
watched the original, but I was like, well, you know.
It's kind of
And there's several from this video, this the FIFA game here, the soccer game, where they show with DLS on, the ball just turning into just mush and melding with the player, like in stills. So it looks good in motion. Well, so it looks passable in motion, but it's like they're looking at his shirt and stuff like that, where it's just like rippling all weird. Like at one point during a celebration, his arm disappears. So there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah, yeah.
We got to make sure that we count his fingers, make sure he's got the appropriate amount of fingers.
Yeah. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't want this at all. I don't like this. I don't want it. I don't like it.
I didn't include it, but yeah, like I do want to highlight the fact that yeah, they were going real hard on Requiem to where Capcom was like, yo, we didn't find out about this shit until y'all did. And
Right.
it's been going on record from a lot of devs that they did not find out about any of this until it was announced.
Oh, I think they no.
But naturally, when just like the fragile ass cops, CEOs do not like it when you talk bad about their fancy new technology that they've spent billions and billions of dollars on. To where Jensen was like, nope, you're holding it wrong. Which was funny because somebody actually did post, like they posted a quote and they removed a part of the quote out, and it's like, how is this any different? Jensen goes to say in an interview, Quote, it's not post-processing. It's not post-processing at the frame level. It's generative control at the geometry level. This is very different than generative AI. It's content control generative AI. That's why we call it neural rendering.
But that's gross.
It's not generative AI. It's something generative AI.
Yeah. So gross. Ew.
What's going on, Bafateki?
Hey, Bafateki.
All right, so that's the second part. Oh wait, you were saying for encoding. I'm trying to continue a project and would like to have a GPU for that project. And it's still looking like NVIDIA's that way forward. But yeah, of course, we're going to have the CEO. I don't think they were selling B60s. I don't know. I can't remember where I left off on that. Let's see, Twitch to get with the damn program, as I would love to use my Intel Arc Pro B50. That's what it was. The Pro B50. I think that's what I was looking at. But not for encoding purposes. That's the bit I'm dabbling in other things by Futeki. That I've already railed against on the show. Oh, never mind. All right, he broached the subject of yeah, that's what I wanted to use it for. that specifically. All right, so what? That's two people who were talking about the Pro what's that, Pro B50. Damn. I gotta make some decisions before this money runs out. I've already had to pay. I've paid some debts back to get the monkeys off my back. A dual B6. Jesus.
Ooh. SLIs?
I don't know if Intel does SLIs, but sure.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I'm like, how? Who? Oops.
What? Maybe one for training, one for income. Oh, it's one G. What?
It's one GPU with 2 cards. PCIs.
How much? Why am I asking this question? Why am I doing that? Why aren't y'all stopping me?
You gotta use spicy caution. What?
I'm not going to stop you, but what I am going to do is ask you to look at your timekeeping device.
Ooh, shit. Yeah. Moving on. That's gonna wipe out the rest of the bank account. And I guess good AI news, because hey, jobs. Arc Raider CEO says studio has re-recorded AI lines. A real professional actor is better than AI. That's just how it is.
Yes, because I think what happened was it was placeholder, and then they were like, I mean, we weren't expecting this to be as long as it was, and then they were like, we succeeded too hard, and yeah.
If that was the case, then the finals.
Yeah.
Because, I'm just saying they were beating that drum, and he was they were technically beating the drum of, nah, this is okay. It's okay until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't, yeah.
Until it wasn't. So it's like, nah, it was no placeholder. They're just like, fuck it. Look, they ain't feeling it.
It's literally like we were trying something new, and then we were like, we didn't like the new, and then they're like, okay, fine, we'll pay for the act.
Yeah.
We'll book this. We'll get in the studio. We'll book the time. My bad.
I guess
All
like
right.
now it's like so much of a success. They're like, oh, I guess we got the money now.
Right. Yeah. Can we afford it? Yeah, we can afford it. Okay.
Yeah, we got it now. All right.
Plus they got a game. They got a game award, so of course they can afford it.
Moving on, because I was told lightning round.
Lightning round. Tech briefs.
From GameSpot, Fighting Game Pro detained by ICE has been released on bond.
Hooray! Should have never happened in the first place.
I do want to stop here though because earlier this week, I want to say about 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, started receiving hateful ass comments on Mastodon.
Oh.
Like straight up just hard R.
Damn.
About this. And I'm like, yo, relax. Also, you're gone. But yeah. Oh shit, get out of here. So yeah. Inbox friend, according to Inbox friends and family, in a GoFundMe update post, around 20 people were in the courtroom at the hearing with over 20 other people showing support online. The judge was clearly moved. Quote, the judge was clearly moved. Everything he said was in favor of Ludovic, end quote. Per Aftermath, Mbach was moved to facilities in Louisiana and then Georgia during his detention. I would say, look, y'all need to protect him at all costs when he goes to his hearings. Surround him. Like, kettling is normally bad, but for him, kettle him.
Yep.
Because ICE is known to wait outside of immigration courts and snatch people up.
Yes. They'll do it again.
They will do it again. Because again, as it says here, Mbach was arrested on February 17th during a routine appointment to renew his work permit. Again, there are plenty of people. If they came over the right way, then they wouldn't be in trouble. Homie was doing his due diligence. He was doing things the right way. So everybody who keeps using that fucking argument, fuck you.
It was never right the 15th time they said it, and it's damn sure not right the 30th.
No.
So fuck off. With love. No, with disrespect. Never mind.
With all due respect, which is zero, I hope this email finds you before I do.
Wow. Now I don't know where they are finding the money, but oh wait, no, because the U.S. is paying for their defense. But Saudi Arabia apparently owns 10% of Capcom now. You know, fire and Hellzone is falling all over the sky in Saudi Arabia, but they found time to buy. Sorry, 10.8%.
They found just
Capcom.
enough time to. They found just enough time to make you miserable if you play Street Fighter.
They pulled that from the esports budget. Yeah, they did.
This fund, and this is from Eurogamer. This fund, the electronic gaming development company, has bought 26.78 million shares of the Japanese video game giant, which comes to around 5.03% of total shares. This fund also owns the entirety of SNK, the developers behind Fatal Fury, City of Wolves, and King of Fighters series. That's only half of the picture, though, as the PIF already directly bought roughly 5% of Capcom shares back in 2022. So, yep, in total, the nation now owns just over 1/10 of the company. Oh, Bobtek, we know. We know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Saudi Arabia has been on something of a spending spree as of late. You know, the embracers of the Middle East, if you will. Not only has it bought Pokemon Go developer Scopely for $3.5 billion, which we'll get into that in a second. The nation's
I was
wealth fund is also heavily involved alongside private equity firms in a record-breaking $55 billion deal to acquire EA. That final transaction, while not yet a reality, will be the largest leveraged buyout in history.
I was about to say technically they are not the embracers of it because they didn't buy Embracer.
Embracer has yet to be embraced.
Yeah, Embracer didn't get embraced. They ain't get no hug. They were gone.
Is it they pay you well? Look,
I mean,
we are all surviving under capitalism. That's all I'm gonna say with that.
I mean, real talk. Like, I'm like, get your coins, but be prepared.
6 times, Jesus, man.
You know, cash them checks, sure, but also squirrel away a little bit.
I just hope you're not going anytime soon. Not that I think you are. Not that I think you can, for reasons. Warner Brothers Montreal has reported layoffs. While there's been no formal confirmation of the cuts as yet, several former WB developers from across all disciplines have announced on LinkedIn that they're now looking for work. Most report they finished on Friday, March 13th. This article is also coming from Eurogamer. Damn, Kev, have you seen chat?
Hold on, let me say. Let me read.
By Futeki, I did not say that. Not the beat machine percent. Wait a second.
Not the 808.
Embracer has been embraced.
A little bit. They've been pinched.
So yeah, I'm wondering what Paramount Skydance is going to do with Warner Brothers, especially the gaming division. But yeah, it's interesting to see that. I mean, granted, Warner Brothers Montreal has not been doing great, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see where all this goes once the ink dries on that deal, which we know is going to get rubber stamped because it's the Ellisons.
Yep.
Oh, Injustice 3 has that been announced? Are we breaking news right now? Yeah. To call it, we talked about that. That was it's this one. What? And more from Eurogamer, and more Canadian news. I think Crystal Dynamics is in Canada, right? If not, fuck it. Crystal Dynamics is also laying off 20 people due to restructuring. This is the fourth sets of layoffs they've had in 12 months. Crystal Dynamics released a statement on LinkedIn saying, quote, "As our current projects move into new phases of development, we continuously take a hard look at our team structures to ensure they align with our long-term studio goals. While we always strive to transition our people into new roles whenever possible, we have unfortunately reached a point where these departures are necessary." Wait, hold on. I'm gonna see, because you know that thing can go the other way, right? So I want to put. Oh, is it? Oh, I got to do it this way. It's not letting me oh wait, did I not copy it? Copy. It's not letting me paste. Oh, boo. What? Since when did I ever have to allow a website access to my clipboard? That is wild.
Ew, brother, ew.
I mean, I don't know. That's some security. if I had never seen. Yeah, it's not letting me copy it in there. But I want to take the LinkedIn speak and put it into this translator and see what it tells me in English. Oh, Crystal Dynamics is owned by Embracer. And the hardest hitting news, only because of the fact that this is down home. I drive by this studio every day. I go and leave work. I go to and leave work. Ubisoft subsidiary Red Storm Entertainment has just laid off over 100 developers and is ceasing game development. This is from GameSpot.com. Both VGC and GameIndustry.biz reported on the layoffs at the North Carolina game studio on Thursday morning. There were 105 jobs cut as part of Ubisoft's latest round of layoffs, and Red Storm Entertainment will now be a support studio working on the Snowdrop game engine, IT services, and customer relations rather than active game development.
That's wild.
Yeah, when because I saw that Takal had posted the Blue Sky post in the Discord server, major.house/discord. So that's been on like the back of my mind all day. And as I was driving by, I was kind of looking in the parking lot. I said, "Well, it doesn't look like anything's on fire. Hope they're all right. Maybe they all got fired on a work from home day." But yeah. But in a bit of good news from the labor front, in an industry beset by layoffs and crunch, Japanese publisher Atlas is raising salaries and working to reduce fixed overtime. This is coming from Eurogamer. Via Automaton, we've taken a look at Atlas's latest press release, which focuses on efforts to, quote, foster the creativity and improve the productivity of each and every employee. The Persona developer has been enjoying a fair amount of success in recent times, and following giants like Sega and Capcom, a bit more of that money will begin to trickle down to the employees during doing the hard work.
Now, there are things that I feel about the term trickle down when it comes to this stuff, but generally speaking, you know something? We will give you +1 store credit.
I mean,
for that.
Well, I mean, trickle down in this sense is the way they tried to sell it to the American people. How it should be working if we were keeping it a band and a buck, but the base salary will increase. The base salary increase will raise the starting salary for new graduates from 300,000 yen to 330,000 yen, with the average annual income, which full-time and contract employees get, increasing by 15% as well. Moreover, fixed overtime hours are going down from 30 to 20, which is quite a substantial reduction. Now, I do not know what fixed overtime hours mean.
That's what I want to know too. So just expected overtime?
That's what I'm wondering.
So wait, actually, hold on. Let's see what's going
Okay,
on.
Bafuteki says yes. That it may be like expected overtime.
but limited to a certain amount, I guess.
So basically, if a company has 500 hours a week for employees, they can budget how much overtime to allow every week. All I know is that, look, if it means that people are working less and bringing home more, I'm here for that. And
I mean, we're
more,
still talking about the expectation of 60-hour work weeks, but it's a start, I guess.
It's like, but it's down from 70. It's a whole 14% reduction in your working hour. Oh, get us out of here.
so think of it like you work an extra hour on 3 days. Also from Eurogamer, judge delivers bombshell order for Crafton to reinstate fired Subnautica 2 devs and CEO, and putting the $250 million bonus package back on the table.
Oh, you got to read this article because the why behind this.
Oh, most definitely. We getting there. I'm looking for it specifically.
There was apparently the case that they brought up here from Crafted, which his lawyer advised him not to do. He ran this through ChatGPT.
Okay, so it's not included in this. It's not included in this article. So yeah, I appreciate you bringing the context. But yeah, essentially,
he ran this through ChatGPT and took this to the judge, and the judge was like, "You are referencing names, places, people, and dates that don't even exist at the timeline you're talking about. What is this? What is this bullshit? Get this up out of here and run these people their fucking check." Oh my god. Like, the amount of people are just like, I don't need a lawyer, a person who does this for a living. I'm gonna ask Claude. Like, the best way to try to con people out of money, and then just goes to court deciding to represent themselves and ignoring their lawyer and getting embarrassed to the tune of $250 million with an M dollars. Once again, just the cases for the use cases for AI. Perfect. Excellent. No notes.
Also, there was another wrinkle that I think surfaced today. Apparently, it was announced yesterday that Subnautica 2 was going into early access, I think in May. And the devs who just got back were like, the fuck you mean? We didn't say that. We just got here.
Yep.
I think at this point they're trying to sabotage it.
Oh, very much. They're spiking the shit out of this.
Oh yeah, they truly spiked that. It was gonna spike that ball on the paint. Like,
they haven't even had a chance to check the code back out yet.
Yeah.
So, mind you, this is because this man had them do all this work, apparently, and then tried to fire them so that they did it, so that he didn't have to pay them a bonus. How do you, like, the bonus that apparently, however that performing worked, it worked in such a way that you had $250 million worth of bonuses to pay them, and you were just like, they were just like, nah. So,
yeah,
you need to give them back control of a whole bunch of things, and you need to run them their money because you were trying to terminate them without valid cause, without valid cause,
and obviously without a valid clause either.
Yeah.
To try to take control of the IP of their game so you didn't have to pay them for it. Wow. All right.
It's like, to me, if I'm a dev and I'm using Crafton as a publisher either now or in the future, I would be truly looking about getting the fuck out of there. Like, either getting the fuck away from them or getting the fuck out of there.
I'd be like, look, they have a propensity of using AI for their contracts
and decision making.
Also,
all of these contracts should be null and void.
Right. If you will spy your DMs, I have given you a link with additional context about what this base case nonsense is going on
Yeah.
over here, because that has been in the works since 2025.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Dinkum and I'm thinking to myself like, Dinkum, now's the time.
I
Get
don't
up out
think
of there,
that
fam.
is that an M dash.
Oh, I'm about to fight it. Like, listen, there is a single hill that I will die on, and that is the hill of the M dash. And I am going to say this to every single one of you, like black ass nerds who also took the time to pay attention to grammar, because the way that they had you sitting up here talking about you using proper English and punctuation and like minor diacritics and all of this other stuff when you're writing these 10-page long ass nonsensical papers about bubble gum or whatever as like a college level thesis, only for them to like 7 years later go, if you use all that punctuation that we told you that you were not going to graduate from school, that you had to pay for, if you use any of that in your adult life, it's because you told a machine to do it. Me, who had to memorize that, like the alt code for that is what? Alt, hold on for a moment. Nope, that's the trademark sign. That is alt 151.
So what do you do? Hold the Alt key and just type in that number?
Yep, alt 100, like your left or your right alt doesn't matter. Alt 151.
I was wondering how that worked. That just typed a weird U.
Oh, sorry. Type a 0 first. They're normally like come in like a set of 4 digits, but yeah, it's alt 0151.
Okay,
right?
that's cool. I
That's
did
like
not
a
know how that
character.
worked.
That's a character map. Like you have like if you ever look it up, it's in your character map. It'll tell you exactly what will put out what on your keyboard, right? That being said, imagine me having to be the bitch that memorized that was the alt code for that, only for me to for someone to see me use it in a sentence and go, "You told Claude to do that. I will beat your ass. Get up out my face." The trademark symbol, by the way, 0150.
No, that gave me 0150.
Oh, nope, that's a smaller dash.
Yeah, that's the in dash.
0153. That's the trademark one.
What? Oh man, I'm gonna use Reasons TM so many other places now.
Yep, because
Boy,
you
I'm
can
gonna
just
be
like
dangerous.
Wait, hold on. Major, are you on Windows at this moment?
I
No,
am.
right? Oh, have fun with Windows, period. It's having to have all of that and then just someone condense that to, like we're all using ChatGPT these days. Fight me. Okay, that's my minor rant about that over. But yeah, run these people their money. Run these people their money. I want the good days for the devs, and I hope Crafted steps on Legos every day for the rest of his natural life.
Yep.
Danger, really? If you talking shit about Arch, like, all right, cool. I think Arch users are like the most pretentious Linux users ever because they always have to tell you that they use Arch. I mean, I'm a Fedora man. Like, imagine coming into this chat trying to start a beef with nobody who's going to disagree with you.
So, what's up, Danger? I guess is
Yes.
what we're doing. Today.
Arch Linux users are the beacons of Linux. Ah! Damn it. Excuse me. I'll be back. Arch Linux users are the vegans of Linux. Wait, let me put that in quotes. Danger's voice, the people's choice. All right, moving on. Hey, remember I said we be talking about, you know, one, training, submitting data to places to have it trained to train robots, and also Scopely, which is owned by which is owned by the Saudis now. We made it. Your Pokemon Go data is going to be used to train robots.
Yeah, it is.
This news this is from Polygon. This news comes from Niantic Spatial. News comes from Niantic Spatial's announcement of a new partnership with Coco Robotics, which has developed an urban robot designed to deliver food through complex urban landscapes. With this collaboration, Coco Robotics will be leaning on Niantic's expertise in spatial AI and its visual positioning system to further improve Coco Robotics' titular delivery robot, Coco. A fleet of around 1,000 flight case size robots built to carry up to 8 extra large pizzas or 4 grocery bags deployed in Los Angeles, Chicago, Jersey City, Miami, and Helsinki. One of the biggest challenges Coco faces is that the GPS signal can be weak in cities where radio waves bounce off big buildings. So yeah. If this is a thing, then cool. Apparently when I posted a story, someone's like, they don't mind it's going to train robots to deliver food.
Nope. Nobody cares until they care.
I mean, it's that, I feel like that's harmless, right? It's only when the bots start doing other things.
It's like, do you remember the Super Bowl commercial about the dog, or about the Ring cameras and the dogs?
Yeah.
That.
I mean, yes, but not so overt. Like, we could look at that and say, no, oh, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, like, being able to find yourself in a densely populated area with no GPS.
You know, what I'm very amused by here is that this technology in some form or fashion already exists because, you know, you already have, as much as I hate to have to reference them, why didn't they ask Tesla? Why did they have to ask the Pokemon Go people?
Because Tesla only uses cameras for their shit. They don't use anything special. This is why we don't want Tesla's tech, because then the robots will start forming the SS and start hunting down immigrants.
I don't know whichever one. Well,
Huh?
Yep.
No, I did not hear what you said. What did you say?
No, I was just sitting here thinking about Waymos and then being like, no, actually, I'd rather not.
I mean, Waymos are just driven by people in another country.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh wait, well, actually, I have to ask you about that one later because
Kev's got the video. He'll hook you up.
with a like now imagine someone driving me around the city with a joystick.
I mean, it was a YouTube video.
Oh, it's right. Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, because you said that to me on Discord.
Yeah, because it was like, what?
It doesn't.
Word?
So the video we're talking about, like, it's a lawyer talking about it, which it's something that I've already known, and basically something that's already known. Like, a lot of these AI tools, these automated tools, are just people in another country doing the thing.
Wow, that sounds like something I said earlier today.
It was Elon's robots.
Yes. But the question, so it wasn't so much that he was talking about. It was like, who is legally at fault when those drivers break the law?
Yeah.
Because they are not in this country. Who is responsible for driving in that scenario?
Waymo.
So yeah, it was that bit. But yeah, like you if you want to toss Waymo into something, no, those are just people in another country just driving the cars. Don't worry about this. If you think about drones, most of the pilots for that will be oceans away and flying the plane, same concept, but on the ground. Yeah,
You know what? I was thinking that danger, but I didn't want to bring that up.
I mean, but the U.S. and Israel are already probably like 2 steps ahead of us. Like they just
Yeah.
Lazarus directly to drone.
Yeah.
Like, look, we don't even have to look. The drone's already halfway there by now.
Yeah.
It was flying, waiting for orders, and it got the orders, and it's already halfway. There was nothing we could do about that.
No.
Is a drone doing food delivery?
Sure.
Sure, Merge. Sure.
Then no problem, right?
Yeah.
It's only a problem until instead of a Pokemon Go, Pokemon showing up at your bus stop, it's one of those police dogs.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yep. Totally a growl.
Uh-huh. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, these Pokemon hit back.
Yeah, you can't take these Pokemon to the Pokemon Center.
Who's sure ain't gonna take it? Not with that copay.
Moving over to updates. Eurogamer has a story about Nintendo Switch 2 update that just got Nintendo Switch 2 got a surprise update
Yeah.
that makes Nintendo Switch 1 games play better on the Switch 2 in handheld mode.
Yeah.
So now you can trick the Switch 1 into thinking it's playing in TV mode and will boost the performance of the Switch 1 game. This will only work with certain games because, of course, certain Switch titles can only work with the touchscreen. So your mileage may vary, but I would imagine a good chunk of the Switch games will work.
Yeah.
So yeah, have fun with that. Also, new PS5 updates out. And it only does one more thing. Let's see. They have added the welcome hub to your PS5 screen when it goes idle, and also show a slideshow of images that you may want to put up. Also has the Pizzer V2. Unicode 17 emojis are now there. And of course, stability updates.
Yeah.
We love a stability update.
Hide your kids, hide your wallet. The Steam Spring Sale is now upon us.
Oh dear God.
And I am skipping it.
Okay, all I want to know is if the Steam sale includes any of the DLC for Risk of Rain 2. That's it.
Well, let's find out.
Good chance.
Let's bring this over.
It doesn't look like it does.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, I have been thinking about.
Well, Risk of Rain is on sale. It is 67% off, $824.
Yep. I have been thinking about a particular game. It's called Wildwoods. It kind of wants to be like Crystal Chronicles in a way, where you're like following behind a slow moving wagon, and it looks really cool. I will be sending everybody gameplay of it, and it looks pretty good. So,
Sin, it
for
looks
your
like it is on
consideration.
sale. Seekers of the Storm, Survivors of the Void, both 35% off. The Alloyed Collective, 20% off.
Okay. Then in that case, might have to slide through. Might have to pull up on that.
But yep, it is live now until March 26th at 10 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, I would be indulging, but because I'm
Should probably take this off my
eyeballing
wish
the Switch
list.
2. I am not. I will.
We
be
are not
refraining.
unaware. You are not unaware of the devil's schemes when it comes to this.
Stay strong, Kev. Stay strong.
I'm like I every Steam sale I look through my backlog and I say I love all these, and then I'm like, cool, I know I can go accordingly. I can judge accordingly. Though I did almost buckled. I would have buckled if like Blueprints was of a decent discount.
Silksong on sale, 20% off, $15.99. Cult of the Lamb, 50% off, sitting at $12.49.
Skong, love to see it.
I wouldn't mind Cult of the Lamb too.
Arc Raiders now with real voice acting, 20% off at $31.99.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Let's see. Rogue Prince of Persia, 60% off, $11.99. Oh, Mafia of the Old Country on sale, 20% off, $39.99.
Oop, I seen Doom Crawl. That was a good game. Shout out to Big Bez, because we played that and it was fun. It was a good time.
Repo is 30% off at $6.99.
Mm-hmm.
Elden Ring, 35% off, $38.99. Phasmophobia, 30% off at $13.99. So many games for sale.
So many games.
Oh, it looks like Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Metro Last Light Redux, Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, Unbeatable,
Which one are
Dave the
you
Diver,
reading?
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, No Man's Sky, Manor Lords.
Dave the Diver is a good time, man, and I like Man Lord. I mean, I like all Footed Horse games.
RV there yet?
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Steam, we have some content to highlight on DCA today. Ones to watch, Steam Next Fest, February 2026 edition by it's your boy Kev in the building. Of course, providing steals and not videos.
They're at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
I put the playlist down.
Okay, yep. This playlist right here. But yeah, looking at Gamanaza, Outbound, Crop Deck.
Yep.
The Witch's Bakery, Wild Blue
Oh,
Skies, Thrifty Business,
Yeah.
Fog Piercer,
Oh yeah.
Vampire Crawlers, which just got a release date today.
Yeah. I'm happy about that because I'm gonna buy that.
I'm very curious about this kind of turn in games that seems to be either Balatro plus a thing or Vampire Survivors plus a thing, or either of those games, but from a different point of view, with an additional honorable mention to that same line of thinking, but Slay the Spire.
Yeah. Because that's the one thing though. You definitely see all the comparisons of like, especially every Steam Fest where it's like all gas no brakes, because everything because everybody's like trying to get them demos out, and everybody's trying to play the demos and basically line up their year of either coverage or what I'm going to buy when things come out, and it is what I would call not so much a stressful time, but it's definitely what Merge and I have kind of coined. It's a good problem to have, but it is a problem. Where it's just too many slices, bro. Like, it's just too many, and I find myself just like missing out on either did I miss out on the next Balatro, or did I not? Who knows? So okay, I found a few demos from Kev Springs. Thank you, Springs. Yeah.
All right, well, that wraps that up
I
Right,
do
thanks,
have
Human.
a I do have a question for everybody.
Yes.
What browsers are we liking on our phone these days?
I am using Vivaldi
I,
What, on your
I,
phone?
on my phone.
I I'm using Firefox.
I mean, in the US, they're all going to be WebKit anyway, so they're all just going to be a skin of Safari.
Yeah.
Boo! No Brave. Don't use Brave. Get off Brave. If you need a Chrome,
Um,
Brave to call you of all people.
so on the phone, I feel like here's where I'm at with the phone. There's some, I'm gonna put this in air quotes here, tech downsizing that's happening over here to a certain extent. And so on the one hand, I have a Valdi. It does like all the things, the personal pages, the private pages, the tabs, and all this other stuff. But I'm like, I think for phone specifically, that does a lot more than I needed to do. Like, I need Vivaldi to do all of that on the computer, and I have that installed here. But I like the experience of something like Firefox Focus a little bit more on my phone.
Yeah.
But then Mozilla likes to be on some nonsense every here and there, and I'm like, do I want to deal with
Yeah.
that? Or do I want to deal with that on my phone?
Yeah. It's just like Firefox was good to me at the time when I really needed Firefox, because it was hard, like Edge or Windows Explorer was like getting it out of the liberal mud, and it was like literally a sieve. So it was like Firefox kind of just like worked itself for me. And just so happened inshitification happens, and then you're like, well, I'm kind of stuck, yo. Like,
But like so I would say, keep in mind, like in the US, all of it is just like skins of WebKit, which is Safari. So on an iPhone, yeah, it is just, yeah, it really depends on like what features that you want the browser to do. The browsing experience itself, I feel like, doesn't matter all too much. Now, Diogen being not in the US actually does have truly different browsers on an iPhone.
yeah.
I don't know, and I don't know how it works on Android. I want to say Android probably has a little bit more leeway, even in the States, to like, hey, we're doing like, you can run Gecko or WebKit or.
And that's not even me
Chromium.
with getting into someone being like, are you sure you don't want to use Onion? And I'm like, I don't know if I do.
Bafuteki, we covered that. We covered the sideloading thing. So they did announce how they're going to handle sideloading, and it's actually not as bad as, or at least in our opinion, not as bad as we thought it was going to be. But while y'all have tuned in the status while I'm playing game, I just need my shit to work. I have been a long time Android user, and then stopped when I realized that I was doing way too much on Android and couldn't receive phone calls.
What do you mean you couldn't receive phone calls?
I was doing a whole bunch of tinkering on the device, which had my phone spending more time off rebooting than it was on, so I would miss phone calls.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I needed something that stopped me from tinkering. So I switched to the iPhone. No, so Dodgy, it wasn't so much like the phone was broken. I just kept tinkering. I kept installing ROMs. Like that's the thing. Like I was just doing too much with my phone.
Yeah. That's why I'm very much in the mindset of like, I don't like having a lot of shit on my phone that I don't want to have on my phone. That's why I have like the third part. Why I like to have third party devices where it's like okay, for games it's the iPad. If it's like mobile games, it's the iPad. If it's like the MU stuff or like 3DS stuff, it's like I got the PlayLad and the 3DS. I have my computer, I have my Switch. For whatever reason, if I'm even feeling that way, I've been tinkering with my Wii. I've been doing my side project, so that's why it's like I just don't like having things like focused on like my phone or my day one devices, because I need that for like phone calls and TikTok videos. Like, so that's why I kind of refrain from like even putting a lot of games on my phone or a lot of entertainment apps on my phone for those few times when I just want to watch how it's made on HBO Max. I don't recommend. But
nope, if you give me enough time and opportunity, fuck it, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, is it, oh, I can do that? Oh, I will do that.
Yeah, and yeah, but I generally have that. But like I say, I share. You have to share that same energy because we be talking back on our projects. But it's just like I just don't have it for my phone. It's like, I'm totally gonna put Linux on this like 2011 laptop that I've had that's barely been used. And of course, I'm thinking about fixing my Wii and my Nintendo Wii. And of course, I did.
I'm sorry. As opposed to what?
I'm just saying Nintendo Wii. Just make
No,
sure.
but like you were clarifying. Like, as opposed to what?
Like, because again, you want to make sure cover your base. Because again, people don't read. We have learned this. Media literacy is dead, and you know,
it mentioned women, read. So it was DEI, and we cut it.
Right? Yeah. So I have to be very particular and very specific. And then also dabbling with the Wii, with 3DS and my PlayLad, and I just finished dabbling with the PlayLad yesterday, and I just figured out like I needed to put Linux on a flash drive because I didn't want to put it through. I didn't feel like burning it, and then I had the image, and then I was like, well, I could put it on a flash drive, or I can put Linux on an SD card.
Wait, you were gonna burn a CD of Linux in the year of our Lord 2026?
I was, but then I was like, no, don't do that. And I was like, cool. And I had a Windows install USB, and I was gonna like reuse that, but I was like, no, there's a good chance, even like unless you like, there's a good chance, even if it's for a virtual machine, I might want to dabble with like Windows 10 stuff in a closed environment. So I said, no, I'm not going to do that. So I put Linux on an SD card, and I had to spare 4 gigs, and it was like three something. And so I put Linux on that and put it on a card reader, and I'm going to plug that into my USB. And
did you use Belina Etcher?
No, because no, I used the Win32 disk imager. Because I've been using that for the PlayLad stuff. Oh. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But if not, I'll try your previous recommendation of Rufus. Because I've heard Belina has a tendency of like missing flashes. So I've just been like, yeah, I don't want no issues. So I just use what I had. Use one of the recommended, and I had one of the recommended, so I was like, I just continue to keep using it. Yes, Rufus. So in portable no less. So that's, you can take Rufus wherever you go. So yeah, that's why I was like, mostly when it comes to like my projects and side stuff, I always am like, all right, phone, like off limits, you know, beyond apps and whatever else. The only time I really did anything funky was when I had to side load TikTok, and that was it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I don't want to do this again. I'm good not doing this again. because I've even tried to sideload apps off my Walmart Google TV, and that was kind of interesting, and that was kind of cool. But
Takal
this,
tried to
my
get
phone,
me to buy a Walmart a Google TV. I was like, but why? I have this Apple TV just sitting right here. It's not broken.
but see, that's the thing though. If you have Apple TV and it does whatever you need it to do, that's fine. I I did not want that, and so
yeah, I
and I was,
know. No, I'm just saying,
I
like,
was
Takal tried to get me to buy and like that Walmart. I was like, but why?
and then, but
Like, I've got Google devices here. I don't like them.
right, but I want to let you know that is good because I have a couple.
Oh, I don't doubt it. It just ain't for me.
Right, and I get that. I need to get one from my mom's TV because that old ancient like fire stick
Popsicle.
is starting. It's like really getting on my nerves, and so and it's been getting on my mom's nerves. So I might be swapping it. I might have to hit when I go to Big Walmart, aka Walmart Supercenter, aka the Big Dance. That's when I'm gonna have to go and probably get one of those. Because $20, it's really fair.
Oh,
20 bucks for a piece in my house, I would like that.
yeah, Danger. We will use Popsicle, but this is on Linux. We got Windows.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
And Mac.
That's why I'm using 32 Win 32 disk edge.
Yeah, that's why.
This
Like,
thing.
I have to use Belina on the Mac. I don't think Rufus has a Linux version.
Right.
Also, I don't remember the last. I think it's been a while since I've installed Fedora on anything. Since I got Major Lab set up, I've not had to do that lately.
Yeah.
So is that all you got going on this week?
Well, I have been, and I'm like I said, I don't want to bring it down, so I'm gonna keep this to a minimum. Like, just been dealing with the fact that one of my neighbors died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And yeah, it was very chaotic that day. We didn't really know what was the extent of what happened, but they had passed, and I had interactions with them, and by interactions I mean most likely you just wave, like, oh, I'm getting the mail, wave at the neighbor. Oh, I'm bringing in the garbage can, I'm putting out the garbage can, wave at the neighbor. I'm bringing the garbage cans in, wave at the neighbor. I'm knocking down wasp nests, wave at the neighbor. So it's more like just been like hand waves at the neighbor. My mom has really been more talking to his wife than I have talked to him, and so you have when that happens, in the Black community, you have to go pay the respect. So you have to go in the thing. And I walked in there, and I'm like, I've never been in their house before. Like, I've seen them on the outside, never seen them inside. And so you meet people, and the people talk to me, and then I'm kind of a local figure where I live, and it's like, ain't you so and so? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not a celebrity. I'm just known. Right? I'm just known. They see me, they see my mom, they see me. I'm just known. And so we came in. I gave them doses and exchanged numbers, and I'm like, this is what we talk about when we say we live in community with people, because there are going to be some times when people are going to be sitting chilling with you. They're going to be sitting. You need people to be sitting in your house to like make sure that you have a sense of like connection with folk when tragedy has struck, and so you need to have that. You have that, and that's something that was like, and of course, when that happens, you always think about your own mortality and stuff that you got going on with you. And I didn't really have a big connection with him, but again, it was more like we waved at each other and he waved back, or I seen him and he waved at me, and so, but to still be in community with people and still let people know, hey, you're not in this alone. We are here, and basically to have community to live in community with people, because this is what we talk about. Living in community is having knowing your neighbor and acknowledging their presence, but then also being like, I'm here for you if bad times get bad, So yeah, that was that happened, and yeah, I'm okay. Mom's okay. And yeah, that was it. That's been what I've been going on.
Cool. Merge. What are you working on?
Yes.
This weekend, I don't have a lot going on. I'm going to be organizing the bedroom stuff and hanging up a few things on the wall and trying to clear out some dishes after this recent move that I've made, so I can make sure that I am continuing to make the space that I need to make. It's having settled in, I think I have understood that I need to just let go of more things. So going to work on letting go of more things. No tabletop streams or anything. So looking forward to a weekend of a little bit of productivity on some personal projects and a lot of rest. Maybe a dash of reading. And hopefully some warm weather so I can just have a casual walk to the nearby park and things.
I'm gonna ask. Did you plan to do that?
Did I plan to do what? You called my name.
Merge.
Yes.
Okay.
I think
All
you
right.
know what you gotta do, Major.
At the risk of falling into a trap, Sin, what have you got going on? What are you working on?
I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on, doing some updates to my website, which I don't post nearly enough to. So I'm focused on adding some new posts to that. Getting back into some projects from the end of last year that I need to pick up, and working on a few updates to the two apps that I have in the App Store right now. So hopefully that's done soon. Then start working on the third. And then lastly, I've got some hardware that I need to downsize. I have in the the spirit of merge there, I have to do some downsizing. I have a lot of stuff that I'm just not currently using that's going to waste. Somebody pulling some hardware out of storage and just getting that cleaned up and preparing to upcycle it or get rid of it or sell it in some fashion. So that'll be happening over the week. So some laptops and things like that just have to go. They're not being utilized. So that's what I'll be working on.
Maybe we can talk.
Hey, Sin, if at some point you decide that you want co-working on that, because I also have website updates I need to do, one, let me know. And two, I forgot to mention that on my list of merch things to do will be organizing my desk cables. Pray for me in the hinterlands.
All right. So for me, hey, I'm also working on projects. I mean, I feel like I've always been working on projects for the past month now, but now that Major Twin is in somewhat of a stable state, Cable Sharks. Yeah, now that Major Twin is somewhat of a stable state, I've moved on to taking care of a project that's been 3 years in the making. Almost like to the day, really. We're a little bit past that because I planned to do this at the beginning of 2023, and then the unfortunate happened, so I had to kind of put everything on hold. Was going to start back once I started working, but now, because again I got a bonus last week, I was able to kind of put some actual money into this project. So I am officially scaling up the the major raid project again. Starting to buy some more hard drives to put into the USB storage array. It was initially set up as like a RAID 0. I was going to move over to a RAID 5, but did some research and figured maybe I'll go for a file system or a platform called like Merger FS, and pair that with SnapRAID. So I can just kind of like have a pool of disk, or like it's actually a pool of file systems, not a pool of disk, but a pool of files, Linux file systems that I can just make into one big giant pool. and then use SnapFS or SnapRaid to strike or to, as a parity drive. So that way, if I lose one of the drives, I can replace it, put in a new drive, and restore the content as if it was RAID. So, or as if it was like a RAID 5 system. So, kind of excited about that. So, I have one big old drive heading this way. I remember when those big old drives were easier to obtain. Not from a monetary perspective, but from an availability perspective. So I have one on its way, should be here on Monday. And it is needed because I am running out of space on because like so now what I've done in the meantime while working on this project was trying to consolidate a lot of the stuff off of Major RAID so I can wipe it and reformat it under Merger FS. And now, like an idiot, I'm putting all of it back onto Major RAID, and I'm running out of space really quickly. So the faster this new 12 terabyte drive gets here, the better. Let's see. I've also been wondering what my life would be like if capitalism finally like fails, and like what I would do kind of in that transition period, especially if, you know, a lot of the infrastructure that was built on a lot of capitalist systems goes down because, you know, shit got real bad. I'm not gonna look, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. It ain't gonna be great, but I always sit there and try to think about what it is that I could do outside of all the stuff that I do with system administration, a lot of the research that I do. So I have a Meshtastic device on the way here. It technically said it was on the way to my doorstep, but that was at least at 7 p.m. It is not updated since then, and it's not using any of the regular delivery services. So I don't know what to believe.
If it says, did it say like stuff like arriving or?
No, it says out for delivery in my city.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get that today.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like the service that is like it's pulling up is Uni, which is weird because the package originated in California. So I don't know how it's getting delivered here. No clue. But allegedly it is in my town where I don't know. But hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. Be taking a look at that. Of course, if you don't know what Meshtastic is, it is it's like this, like these two-way radios, but for text-based communication.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to have greater range than these. And I should be able to talk to anybody around the world as long as there are nodes that can pass that message from one place to another.
Which to be fair, like each node is a node. Like, so it's like as long as those nodes in the world, you could talk about that. Yeah. And you are a node, so
yeah. So I am hoping to kind of get that done, and it's like at that point I realized that as much as like technology may go to shit during a lot of the stuff that may happen during some very turbulent times, I still would like to kind of keep up with communication.
Yeah.
Because again, community is important, and being able to kind of reliably get information to and from people is something that is really important to me. As someone who likes to be on top of things and know what's going on. Again, having my GMRS license, and luckily with Meshtastic, there's no license required for it, but just being able to kind of be on an alternative way of communicating with people, across the country and potentially across the world. I doubt world would be an easy thing to do because oceans are big. but yeah, at least being able to like talk to people across the country, like ham radio and stuff like that. I feel like it's pretty cool and something I've been wanting to get into for a while. And like they're not expensive, but it's always like I've got other things I could be spending the money on, but again, because of bonus, I was like, all right, I can spend 50, 60 bucks.
Yeah.
So that's on the way here. Also, and like I did mention that, hey, I'm not putting things that I'm doing on the internet. Technically, I feel like I'm not, but maybe because now I'm about to mention it, that may change. But I have been working on a wiki. A lot of the work that I've been doing over the past few weeks, with regards to data transfers, just day-to-day maintenance of servers. I've been working with specific tools for that. I'm not gonna say which ones, but I have been working with tools, kind of synthesizing that data, and kind of compiling it in a place. That way I can have access to it, and like if people need help, I can provide them with a link to that stuff. It is verifiable. This is stuff that has worked, that I know has worked. I've been able to reuse it. So it's not imagining things. There still may be some stuff that, again, may be tied to specifically what my shit does, and it may not be general use. So of course, like as I go through it, maybe going and kind of clean some of the stuff up. But yeah, I'm just trying to do some stuff, like just doing stuff that I find interesting. Working with some second brain stuff. At work, I've kind of implemented the same type of process, but I'm using VS Code for that, which is not as fun. But I will say that it is at least helped me be somewhat more productive at work, to where I may be doing more work than I usually do, because there's actually some guidance. There are some things I can look at and some concrete steps I can take to actually get things done. So, yeah, that's what I've got going on. Again, if you would like to talk to me about these things and like to have that serious conversation and not be wholly dismissive or just like deep into it, where it's like, hey, yo, have you taken one out on a date? Hit me up. I would like to find some people to actually talk about this and not sound like a fucking zealot, because that's the one thing I'm afraid of. It's like, I am not one of these people who are like a her type situation. But yeah, actually using these tools for what I imagine they could be used for in a non-profit driven society. Yeah, that's it. It's almost midnight. It is time to get the fuck out of here. I have not prepared a LinkedIn outro, so I'm just going to stick with the original. Of course, if you're watching this stream live and would like to catch up on previous episodes, of course, you can go to techtalkthursdays.net. So we can find the audio show and, of course, the video shows over at youtube.com/Major Linux and get to that YouTube playlist. Or you can go to majors.house/TTTvid. If you're watching the archives, you can go to twitch.tv/Major Linux Thursdays, 8 o'clock p.m. to join the live studio audience. Be a part of the show. We love it. We love it. You check us in real time. Of course, majors.house/Discord is where we can have those conversations. Come find me. Let's talk about the news. We can talk about some current events. Of course, you got past the vibe check, and I'll know, because I'll be checking at the door. Of course, our socials are down below if you'd like to get in touch with us over on the social medias. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, Merge, for joining us once again. Really do appreciate it. Okay, I was waiting for one of you to speak. All right.
Well, it's been an absolutely pleasant time being here, and I would be happy to be here at any other time you invite me.
And on that note, on behalf of Sin, on behalf of Kev, on behalf of the goat, Idiosin Anka, Idiosin partner, Idiosin community manager. It's been your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux, twitch.tv/Major Linux. And all I've got left to say to you is that you could have been watching any stream in the world. You could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading tech and gaming news yourself, but you said no, thank you. We might be holding it wrong, and we like our news with DLSS off. And for that, I say thank you. And all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is no one is going to save us but ourselves. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And as always, I love you. Peace.
Wakanda forever.
Bye, y'all.